and can't stay warm. The only secret to make it through is to take what's in front of you. The fear of death and the thrill of speed, and all the lights in front of me. Drive till the coast is clear, faster till it disappears.
Whoa. Jesus, why does everything... Someone decided to start their motorcycle. Oh my god, are you gonna, like... Alright. Just happy things are working without me having to fix anything so far. Thank you. I spoke too soon. Oh no. Why does this reset all the time? I'm gonna try to sign into my restream chat. I don't understand why it does that. Right, well, I don't know. I think Stream Elements has its own multi-chat, so hopefully that's working. And I could see that fine. I'm gonna take this sound off so you don't hear me chopping the whole time. All right, let me test this real quick.
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Oh, fuck! Can I have some, please? Mac and cheese. Like macaroni and cheese. Can I have some, please?
Hello, Majestic. Damn, that mac and cheese was really low. I need to fix that too. I think I wrote it down and I just never fixed it. I kept forgetting about it. How are you? I think I for sure have to do some of this. It's not gonna let me get any points otherwise. Right, so this is definitely probably one of the most boring mini games ever. So I was gonna watch some videos while we play this for a bit. This isn't as exciting as Expedition 33, so there was a bunch of gaming updates and I basically missed everything. Been gone. So for joint's sake, just like everything hurts. Not one specific thing. I worked out legs for the first time in a very long time yesterday. And I'm also aching. It's pretty painful. I think leg day is the worst day. Alright, I think I have everything set up for us to just watch videos while I do this. Place my last thing. It's like noodle legs and then like my ass hurts. And my thighs hurt. Everything. I tried to do a little bit of everything, so it had been such a while, like a long time. All right, let's see. I made a playlist of like several things to look at. So, got a few things here because I'm super behind.
Showcase has just wrapped up, and there are a ton of games that were revealed for both your Xbox consoles and Xbox Game Pass, and even a brand new hardware reveal, alongside some huge first-party.
Not paying attention, I missed everything here.
Announcements, alongside some shadow drops that are available on your Xbox consoles right now. With that, I will be covering the 33.
Oh, there's Grounded too, right?
Games that were announced at the Xbox Showcase in 2025.
Nick mentioned that was a thing.
And this
Exciting.
is Xbox Nation. Make sure to subscribe for more Xbox content every single day, and let's dive right into these insane Xbox announcements.
I don't know if I can
First
make
up,
it with.
the big trailer that kicked off this great showcase was The Outer Worlds 2, and we even got a brand new launch date for this year. We did also get to see more of this game with the extended direct, and this is looking like a massive step up in all areas compared to the first entry.
Not grab
The
this.
world here is a lot bigger, and there was a greater emphasis put on factions, the choices that you can make. And
I don't think I've ever played
improvements to the
this
combat. There
game.
is also a nice new addition of weapon types, like we see in games like the Borderlands series, with some very weird and wonderful options.
And here are my ads.
If you are interested in The Outer Worlds 2, this is coming to Xbox and day one to Xbox Game Pass.
He lost weight. I don't remember. I don't watch these enough. I don't.
Corporate satire here, alongside the different options in terms of dialogue and also ways that you can just enter different buildings.
Is he the same guy that announces every year?
Obsidian are really cooking, and I can't wait for this October. I loved the original High on Life when it came to Xbox Game Pass.
High on Life 2.
Back now, and I was so shocked to see that High on Life 2 got announced, and I'm really up for it.
When's it coming
This
out?
is coming this winter to both the Xbox Series consoles, and will be another day one Xbox Game Pass title, as we saw with the first entry.
I'm excited for that. That game was so good.
Joined by our beloved ragtag team of alien misfits as we shoot, stab, and skate our way through some weird alien worlds across the galaxy. Instead of
That's exciting. I thought they weren't going to make a second one almost because of situation that happened with the guy.
Fantastic cruise liner. This trailer really did show us some brand new weapons and characters alongside some fan favorites, and there was even that signature humor that we all know and love. Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy was actually revealed at the Future Games Showcase a day
Oh, another
before.
Plague Tale game too?
Full reveal at the Xbox Showcase. This new game from Asobo Studios and Focus Entertainment.
I think I played the other two.
Of A Plague Tale, with a brand new and original story set 15 years before the events of the last game. With a new action-adventure approach, we are now invited to dive into Sophia's past and journey with her to the Minotaur's Island, outsmart deadly foes, and unravel some ancient secrets, along with confronting the creature at the heart of a devastating curse. We will be able to wield a sword in one hand and light in the other, and then plunge into the myth of the macula. It looks pretty.
I want to play
I would
this
like
one
to
as
see a
well.
bit more gameplay here. The benefit, though, is that it's also coming to Xbox Game Pass sometime in 2026. I love the fact that Xbox and Bandai Namco have such a close relationship, and that was made abundantly clear as The Blood of Dawnwalker is an incredible new game.
He runs all the gaming at Microsoft, so he's more behind scenes these days. Oh, he doesn't pop up as much.
And it immediately gave me The Witcher and Tomb Raider vibes.
Thought it was like Overwatch, how they always had that one guy back in the day announcing stuff all the time.
As well, you'll play as Cohen, a young man turned into a Dawnwalker, which is half man, half vampire, and he is forever treading the line between the world of day.
Actually, I saw the trailer for this like a while back, and I also found like I thought it was pretty cool, so
it did have a few moments where it looked a bit shaky.
Totally forgot about it, though.
In 2026, so I have no doubt we'll see some more improvements by its launch dates.
so far,
In a transition away from the medieval setting,
3 really good
computer
cool
style
games, I
exploit,
think.
but still containing that decapitation, we
So
have
Grounded
a
2,
new
Plague
super
Tale,
gameplay. It's
which I
actually
didn't even
a
expect.
different dev called Slugify,
The other one was
and taking
Dawnwalker, right?
components
That's the
in
name of
Darwin
that.
into a third dimension. Of course, Super Meat Boy 3D is exactly what you love about this series. It's still a challenging.
I need to pay attention to this, if not, I'm not gonna get any points.
It's
just sad.
But now it's in a 3D setting. From wall jumping through buzzsaws, collapsing caves, and dying countless times along the way, it looks really, really great. There does seem to be a lot of old school charm here as well, alongside that fast-paced
Please.
gameplay, and I'm really actually looking forward to seeing how the devs transition from this franchise from 2D to 3D. It is coming out in early 2026, and it's also a day one Xbox Game Pass title. We did actually get a further look at Ninja
Okay,
Gaiden
made it to
4
500
show,
points.
and it's still exceeding my expectations in every single way. We did see everything here from seamless weapon switching
What is this
and
game?
iteration techniques to the explosive return of Bloodbind, ninjutsu, and Nimpo arts. This trailer, though, really brought us a more brutal, stylish evolution of the series. We also got an awesome sneak peek at some new characters, like Shiori, some massive boss fights, the mysterious connection
I've never
to
seen this thing before.
and a near-future Tokyo that's struggling in the grips of an overwhelming evil.
Surprised when games are revealed? Yeah. Now I just see like clips on social media, so it kind of spoils it for me. People are very quick on like updating stuff all the time now.
Indiana Jones and the Great Great Circle is getting a brand new DLC, and it arrives this September, and it's called The Order of the Giants. This DLC is set during the main game and expands on the story of the Nephilim Order. We will of course face off against some old threats and new foes, navigating Rome beyond the walls of Vatican City.
I can't even go on Instagram, it'll be spoiled.
We did only get a very brief look, but again, this one gave us a
Imagine like working. They're either like it doesn't hit the same.
As it's still pretty cheap at that discounted price points. In a twist that nobody really expected, Pokemon developer Game Freak announced
I saw a clip of this one too.
To the likes of the Pokemon games with their awful visuals, this one looks absolutely incredible.
Very different from Pokemon.
I really love the trailer, and this is a new action RPG set in post-apocalyptic Japan. The world here has also become consumed by different corruption. And
It's giving me
formidable beasts.
It's giving me what's the name of the game that we played with the freaking zombies? That was like my god, what was the name of it? I'm gonna lose this round of this thing. We're trying to look for this. Once Human.
We will take
like
of a different corruption and then
this little fight here.
Set in post-apocalyptic Japan. The world here has also become consumed by different corruption and then overtaken by some cool and some pretty gross-looking formidable beasts. We will take control of a protagonist called Emma, who is a cursed outcast, and she's actually joined by
Once Human vibes in that like one little fight.
Ever-shifting world that demands precision and mastery of technical combat. It kind of gives me Monster Hunter vibes or even Wild Heart vibes, but the combat here is more action.
I do see Monster Hunter 2 in it.
Like Black Myth Wukong. Even so, this still comes to us soon, and it's also a day one Game Pass title.
Game Freak breaking away. They had to, I think.
And I know many of you out there are saying
this point.
The same thing. This wasn't a short snippet of gameplay either. We actually got a rather extensive look
is
at
this?
everything in the game, and I'm beyond hyped, even though we didn't get a release date.
This
we got a lovely new look at the steampunk city of Avalon, and we saw a ton here as well.
Clockwork Revolution. I'm a sucker for like this style of like steampunk stuff.
Based on your own choices. There is also, of course, a massive emphasis here on the choices that you make, along with the time-bending mechanics that not only affect the NPCs, but the overarching environment. The combat here also looks pretty great to me, and the added benefit of that in-depth weapon customizer made me even more excited to dive into this world. I will try to do another video very soon covering everything we know about Clockwork Revolution so far, so make sure to subscribe down below.
It's giving me Bioshock Infinite vibes too.
Game Pass title. Grounded 2 looks to be another fantastic hit from Obsidian, and my god, this developer is absolutely cooking this 2025. Much like the first title though, you can expect to be living a Bug's Life kind of adventure in this new game. As you
I just realized this is kind of getting cut off a bit.
Dangerous and now oversized worlds. The new setting though is called Brick Hollow Park, and it looks pretty big compared to the original game. With a brand new environment, some new creepy crawly species for you to fight, and a bunch of new exciting systems to keep track of if you hope to stay alive, Grounded 2 already looks as if it has to make one of the
these
best
things didn't
games of
fletch
all
like.
time. The good news is that Grounded 2 will be launching into Xbox Game Preview and also Steam Early Access on the 29th of July, so it's coming out very, very soon. And it will also be a part of Xbox Game Pass at its launch.
Right, like how Nick said, I think 3 weeks, around 3 weeks. So far, I wish I had time to play things like I used to. God, it's so bad. I do want to play that as well.
Survival horror experience with a very retro futuristic setting, and also an eerie story that involves time travel and the end of human civilization. Chronos: The New Dawn looks absolutely incredible and looks to implement everything we love from games like Dead Space. The new trailer we were shown highlights the game's merging mechanics.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. This is so sad.
In this game to essentially absorb their allies that have
I
fallen
barely made it.
and then turn into bigger and faster threats. It looks awesome, and I know many of you horror fans will be foaming at the mouth. And to top it off, they've also let us know that it's coming in fall 2025. Of course, during the show, we did get the standard fare of seeing what's up and coming for both The Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76, and there's some nice content here if you love either of these games. The Elder Scrolls Online Season of the Worm Cult starts on the 18th of June, and we got to see a bit more detail here. This will be
I remember I tried to play Elder Scrolls a little bit online.
Of the worm cult, which will meet some brand new allies.
But I was like,
and
it's too
also
much
some
money. I
new
can't spend money on this
faces.
stuff. And
Pretty fun,
like,
and I'm sure all of you Elder
I
Scrolls
don't know.
Online fans will love diving into this brand new expansion. We then had a look at Fallout 76, and they are adding a rather substantial fishing update, and I do actually quite like it. You can now grab a rod, find a pond, or even just a small puddle, and start catching fish across Appalachia. They mentioned there are over 30 weird and wonderful fish waiting to be reeled in, and it can be done anywhere that you can swim. It's a nice little update, and it's available right now. I will also briefly mention that we got another Sea of Thieves shout, and this is for Season 17 called Smuggler's Tide. It seems as though details are still
I'm
pretty light
pretty
at the moment,
sure
but at
WT
the
is
very
what I'm
least,
doing
we
right
are
now.
getting a brand new faction, which is cool to see, and shows that they're constantly evolving on this game. Otherwise, it seems like a pretty typical new Sea of Thieves season, with some new loot and voyages to uncover, but if you're interested, this one lands this August. Revealed during the showcase alongside an action-packed gameplay trailer, we got a brand new look at Avalon, a new IP from the team Don't Nod, the same team behind the great Banisher's Ghost of New Eden. The new game looks to follow the protagonist and astronaut Ariana, who is stranded on the frozen planet of Pasiphae. She must survive and brave the landscapes and shifting realities of this planet to rescue her wounded partner named Thomas. The end of the trailer also seems to hint at something more sinister to this sci-fi action game, but it could really take a turn. Don't Nod also confirmed that the game will blend both exploration, traversal, and tense stealth gameplay, and that players will have to avoid some lurk threats and uncover haunting secrets buried beneath the ice. We did get a release window of 2026, so it does seem a little while off, but I will update you as we get more news, but a big benefit is that it's coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. Weird is one of those
So far,
words
most
that
of
I
these
try to
are for
avoid,
next
because it
year,
usually
right?
means I'm not going to even attempt to understand or unpack the specific things that is going on.
I'm gonna have to write down the games
Hotel Renovator, There Are No More
at the end of the
Days
video
Online,
that
really
I'm
stood out
gonna
to me
want to
last
play
time.
because I will
This
forget.
is a narrative-driven adventure game that follows Chris David, a man who inherits a dilapidated seaside hotel from his late father. His
What
goal
is
to
this?
renovate the hotel within 30 days and nights using 7 somewhat magical power tools. The trailer that was shown gave us a glimpse of the different tools like sandblasters and furniture cannons, where you can
This
blast
looks
away
kind of
wallpaper,
fun.
vacuum up trash, and
In a different way.
It may look like a bit like House Flipper or Power Simulator at first glance, but that's not exactly the full picture. I absolutely dig these insane ideas, and although I really wasn't sold at
Looks
first,
pretty
I am
different.
now. It comes out in early 2026 and day one onto Xbox Game Pass.
Is that talking cat?
Quick update is that we're getting a brand new
Might be
DLC
sold with that.
Age of Mythology Retold, and it's called Heavenly Spear and arrives later this year. I did a little bit more digging into this one after the show, and it will bring us 12 gods from Japanese mythology alongside some brand new units. We also have some brand new missions that will await us upon booting the game alongside the Japanese pantheon. I haven't really played Age of Mythology myself, but I know many of you in chat
I
were
have
actually
no
quite
idea what that
excited for this
is.
brand new DLC, and now I just have to try out the game personally prior to its launch. Mudang 2 Hearts was another massive highlight of the entire show for me, especially as I'm a big fan of games like Ghost Recon, and this looked exactly like that, but with Splinter Cell elements. This one is looking to mix tactical stealth action with strong story-driven elements, and the game looks to be a unique experience that's rooted in Korean culture and visions of the future. We got a rather nice look at the freedom to choose between stealthy infiltration, melee combat, or guns blazing, and it looks like you can switch strategies at any time during the entire game. The realism in this one looks pretty good as well.
Looks kinda
and
cool.
Visually, well, it looked utterly spectacular. We did get a tease of a somewhat zombie aspect towards the end, which I really wasn't completely sold on, but I can't wait to hear more about this game when it comes out later in 2026. I loved the original Planet of Lana, so seeing the announcement of Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf, had me thrilled, especially as this one is coming to
I
Xbox
don't
Game
know
Pass
what it
as
is.
a day
This
one
is,
release.
but it looks like
This
something
is
that I
a
would
full
play.
continuation of the 2023 game with its gorgeous 2D worlds. Of course, we will once again take on the role of Lana and her adorable companion Mui as they navigate a strange world after a robot
The
invasion.
little
The
chunky
series
ball
consists of
cat.
clever puzzle solving, as well
friend.
as refined stealth mechanics, new agility challenging action sequences, and a profound sci-fi story. As mentioned, this is coming to both the Xbox Series X and S consoles in 2026, and I can't wait to dive back into this gorgeous indie world. Now, I won't lie to you, but I'm not a massive anime guy. I have watched a couple like The Shield Hero and bits of Naruto, but this is the first I'm hearing about
Naruto.
solo leveling. Well, if you're a fan of this anime, things are going to get even more wild for you.
I haven't seen this anime yet. I have gotten back into watching recently, though.
It's leveling up with a brand new game, and it's packing some serious multiplayer chaos. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive is a new version of this game that was actually stuck on mobile and PC, and is now going next gen with some cooperative gameplay. Revealed during the show, this edition lets you and up to 3 other friends team up to take on some massive monsters together. If you've ever wanted to feel like a squad of hunters wrecking tons of different enemies and bosses, then this is your chance. It comes to PC first at the end of this year, and then to Xbox consoles in 2026. There's another creature catching game on the horizon, but this one is known as Animo, and is described as a new free-to-play next-gen creature catching open-world ARPG, which is set
Kinda
on
looks
Xbox
like
Series X and S consoles.
Power World in a way, yeah.
Animo is coming from Paw Print Studio, and it looks a bit like Power World and
Yep.
WV.
Yep.
Anyways, it seems like it'll be a very cute and fluffy one, taking place in the interactive and expansive open world of Idyll. It is kind of like Pokemon here, which is probably making Nintendo lawyers foaming at the mouth, especially as you'll be able to collect creatures, merge them,
Another
explore the
lawsuit
land, and then battle other players and so much
attempt.
more. If you like Power World, you'll probably be interested in this one, and we do have a confirmed release window of 2026.
It's definitely got some Power World vibes.
Obviously, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 is arriving this July, and will be day one onto Xbox Game Pass, and the Xbox team did decide to debut a brand new trailer ahead of its release. We got a further look at this game, which is looking like a pretty solid entry for the franchise, alongside some pretty wacky crossovers. Never did I think I would even see the Doomslayer shred around the water park on a skateboard, but I pretty much liked it. Even so, this one has a demo which is dropped right now
kinda
on
funny.
the Xbox Store, so you can try it out right now before it arrives next month. As an awesome announcement,
What's that?
devs have finally
Freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
As an awesome announcement, the Spiritfarer devs have finally returned with a brand new IP, and it's called At Fate's End. While Spiritfarer offered a more slow-paced experience...
Oh shit! This is the same makers of Spiritfarer, right? That's what he's saying. I played that game, but I never finished it.
Filled with charming characters looking for final peace, At Fate's End has a
I should finish the game.
style. Their gameplay looks equal parts narrative fantasy and intriguing combat style, since you can use tactical dialogue
This looks pretty cool.
psychological insight about your family to turn the tide of battle. As you progress through the story though, you'll be facing more of your estranged family members, and you advance your skill tree in different ways depending on whether you defeat or reconcile with them. Thunder Lotus Games hasn't set a hard release date as of yet for this one, but At Fate's End is expected to release sometime in 2026, and will launch day one onto Xbox Game Pass. Gears of War Reloaded debuted a brand new trailer ahead of its August launch date, and there isn't really much to say other than it's just Gears of War, but looking better than ever. We have seen this game updated and remastered before, so you kind of know what to expect at this point. What wasn't mentioned though is that a beta will be dropping on the 13th of June, so you can try out the multiplayer if you want to quash some grubs in this new game. You can get access if you already own Gears of War Ultimate Edition, have a Game Pass subscription, or if you just pre-order the game. Persona 4 Revival was officially announced for both Xbox and Game Pass, but we still don't have a firm release date. However, I know so many are really thrilled for this announcement. The trailer is quite remarkably short, and all you really get are some shots of Persona 4's small town countryside setting, some snippets of the gameplay score, some spooky TVs...
I've never really played these games.
Just running about. But
I don't even know what it's about or what kind of game it is.
Just this one. Notably, this one is coming without the original voice talent, as a couple of the original actresses did confirm the existence of the remake and that they wouldn't be in it at the end of May. Still, this is looking pretty cool. I love that we're seeing more Persona games dropping into Xbox Game Pass day one, and I have my fingers crossed we still get this one in early 2026. I am no fighting game enthusiast, but I'm still...
Neither am I. I did see a clip of this one too,
next announcement.
and people being super excited about it.
Finally been revealed, and there's a tournament quality 3 versus 3 tag fighter that has even a story mode from the team behind the TV show. So far, the roster includes Invincible, Atomy, Bulletproof, and Thula, and it's been confirmed there will be a lot more coming before the game launches in 2026. The fighting mechanics seem to be all about that sort of fast-paced and brutal combos that fitting.
And then you go back to Persona after Claire Obscure. Is it a similar type of game style?
Of a much bloodier Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which is
Expedition 33 is so good.
a very huge announcement which so many of us were waiting for finally occurred.
It's
Final
gotta
Fantasy
win
VII
Game of the
Remake
Year, I
Upgrade
think,
is
so
coming to
far,
both
for sure.
Xbox Series consoles after a lengthy wait, and it will be with us by the end of 2025. You probably already know what Final Fantasy VII entails, and this one is an
Is it
RPG
also
which
like
many of us have wanted to see
turn-based
for quite some
story
time.
kind of
You
game?
can wish
I
this
guess
now
like
on the Xbox Store if you want to dive
Final
into this
Fantasy,
one.
right?
This is a full version of Remake, including your Yuffie-centered DLC that also leads the story right into Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Alongside
Yeah,
Episode
look at this guy
7, we've also
headbanging.
got the shadow drop of Final Fantasy 16, and it's available right now on your Xbox consoles. This was a huge shadow drop, which I've already been playing myself, and I've been loving my
Similar
time so
turn-based
far.
combat,
This
just
one is
not as
a turn-based
engaging.
game like Final Fantasy 7,
As
and
in
is
the
more of a
combat
massive game
isn't
like
as
Final
engaging,
Fantasy
or
V
the
with
game
that very
itself,
fast-paced
like
action with tons of different combos. I will be doing a review
just not as good.
Xbox version, which I will have up in the next few days, and I will also be publishing a performance video comparing both the Xbox Series X and S versions. So make sure to
Have you
scroll
finished
down
Expedition 33?
one game that I was so happy to see was the next project.
What the
from
fuck is
Double Fine.
this?
This team makes some really weird, wacky, but absolutely bloody
What the
wonderful games.
fuck is
and Cooper
this?
looks no different, especially as it seems like we're a walking sentient lighthouse. They have mentioned that this is a game without words, and it's a third-person atmospheric adventure set in a post-human world after our time in the sun has long since passed. The creative lead behind this one is actually Lee Petty, who joined Double Fine many moons ago as the art director for Brutal Legends, so you know it's going to be an absolute nubber banger. The art in the trailer is absolutely gorgeous, and it looked like the world will be a beautiful
This
one
is
to
pretty
see
creative.
explore.
Like, who
I
would
can't
think
wait
of
for one.
this?
It comes out this year,
I'm
and
gonna
I
make a
love that it's
game
also coming
for
day one to
freaking
Xbox
Lighthouse.
so we
Like,
can
you
all
are a
have
little
some
walking
adventure,
a lighthouse.
especially if you're a bit skeptical.
Get out of here. Quantum fiber.
Before the couple of big highlights that I wanted to mention, the closure for this showcase was...
I died and lost all my
So,
shit for not paying
now, for all of
attention.
you out there, I won't lie, I was actually kind of disappointed to see this as the one more thing, as I really don't care much for the Call of Duty series anymore outside of...
Fuck. Fuck. Hang on. We can't. This is crazy. Now I gotta go back there. I can't believe what was I even wearing? What did I even have? I think I was just wearing the Santa clothes, which is like whatever, right? But that kind of sucks. I gotta pay more attention. You don't want it to end? Oh shit. You don't want like Claire Obscure to I lost my scarf. I have a scarf here. I have these gloves. I don't know what else counts. I need one more piece. I didn't expect to die there because it's pretty random. Every round is totally random. I need one more piece of clothing. I'm pretty sure one of these things can do it. I just don't know. Let's see. Nick sent me the list earlier. I'm gonna look through it. All right, let's see. I guess a cape works, but if I just died, I don't want to die with this cape on. So any gloves, I guess. I have some on. I already have some on. I have the scarf. I have the Santa hat. I can't believe I just died. So embarrassing. Close your eyes. It didn't just happen. Did not happen. All right, I guess we could just buy a fucking thing. Oh, I think I died with my teleporting book as well, so that's great. I don't know why I had it on me to begin with. I don't really need that in there. Just do this and walk over there. Okay. That sucks.
Campaigns. This one, though, is actually a continuation of the story back in Black Ops 2, so that does have me personally excited.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing something
1990s to 2030
that I can lose all my stuff in
futuristic gameplay back to the mix alongside David Mason, which is
while trying to watch this stuff too.
Protagonist Alex Mason. This news game has also been confirmed as a full release, featuring a brand new cooperative campaign, some new maps, and more zombies. We don't have many more details at the moment, but Activision have confirmed we will see more of this summer, and it will also be coming day one to Game Pass. How do you feel about this new Call of Duty announcement? You'll have to let me know down below. Now, Phil Spencer did turn up.
I think people are tired of COD.
Some pretty big news, which many kind of brushed off at the time. In a kind of blink and you'll miss it moment at the end of this showcase, the Xbox boss did tease 4 massive Xbox games coming out in 2026, including 2 games that we've never heard of before. Phil listed the brand new Fable, Gears of War E-Day, and a brand new Forza game, and then also an unknown return of a classic. I am assuming that the new Forza game will actually be Forza Horizon 6, although there's still a chance it could be a brand new entry in the Forza Motorsport series. As for the returning classic, I have no idea what that could be right now, but it does cast our minds back a little bit to late last summer when a Halo Combat Evolved remaster was rumored to be coming. What do you think? I'd be keen to know your thoughts and your predictions down below. For me, the main highlight of the entire show was for the new Asus Xbox handheld, and it is called the ROG
I saw this
Xbox Ally
as
and
well.
the ROG Xbox Ally X, and both of these new handhelds will be coming by the end of 2025. As expected, this is a Windows PC handheld that'll support Xbox Play Anywhere, PC Game Pass, and Xbox Cloud Gaming titles, as well as
I didn't know that they were
PC
trying to
games
like
Steam, the Epic Game Store, and so much more. I can't wait to play games like Helldivers 2 on an Xbox branded handheld.
make a
and take
handheld for
advantage of those
this.
great Steam sales. Windows 11 is also being optimized for the device, featuring several new and first of their kind features, including a full screen experience and
Someone doing a
Xbox
drop
AI
party.
integration into the ROG Ally's Armory Crate suite. There's also been no reveal of the price yet, but going online and looking at the current Asus ROG handhelds, I think these will range from anywhere from $450 up to $800, so they're certainly not going to be cheap bits of kits. Are you going to pick one up this year? You have to let me know below. Oh,
I like, how would this do compared to like Switch 2 release? I feel like everybody was complaining about Switch 2, but seems like a lot of people bought it anyway. I don't think this would do as good. I'm not like, I don't know.
Before we end, we also got some nice.
But I didn't know that
The
was
game
a
is
thing that they were
released
doing.
alongside the launch of the Xbox handheld. We got a little snippet of gameplay during this bit as well of this reveal, but really nothing more. I do apologize to all of you Silksong bros who still haven't got a release date, but at least we have a confirmed window and it's still coming to Xbox Game Pass this year. So, what was your favorite announcement from the Xbox Game Showcase this year? And how
The
would you
first
rate
few
it
games
out
that you
of 10?
mentioned were
Make sure to hit
really
that like
cool.
button if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Xbox content and coverage every single day, as I'm bringing a ton of Xbox content out for this week. As always, a big shout out to our awesome channel members for your continued support. And
I kind of want to match. Someone please sell me these
Stick
things.
around as well for some awesome
And I'll try not to die
content
again.
coming out later today and tomorrow.
Thank y'all. All right, whatever.
Open your open.
All right, let me actually hang on. It just started the other video
The
right
Xbox
away.
Showcase has just wrapped up.
All right, just watched you, buddy. I'm gonna write down those games. I think most of them are coming out next year. Grounded's the one that comes out really fast, or like super soon. What was it? High on Life 2 is coming out. really want to play that one. And Plague Tale. I have to make sure that I played the other two. I think I have both of them. I'm pretty sure I played one of them. I'm not sure if I played the second one. They were pretty good, I think. The Dawn Walker one just looks cool. This one also seemed kind of cool, but I have no idea what it was. This Clockwork Revolution one. And there was this one as well, Fate's End, At Fate's End. But I feel like I would need to finish Spiritfarer. I could be writing these down, like if I'm ever going to be able to play all these. Time that I have so much time.
The latest State of Play has just wrapped up, and it delivered a wave of exciting announcements. From brand new reveals and gameplay footage to long-awaited release dates, there was no shortage of surprises. Here are 10 of the biggest highlights that stood out to us the most. Pragmata is alive, releasing in 2026. We have finally received a new update on the long-awaited Pragmata. The trailer gave us a look at some of the game's story, as well as some gameplay. The trailer also ends.
I think I saw clips of this as well, and people were like, oh, it's giving Bioshock vibes. I think it was this one.
With the confirmation that Pragmata is slated for release in 2026. The trailer kicks things off by showing us an advertisement for fictional company Delphi Corporation. According to the ad, the company was making use of generative AI to blur the lines between dreams and reality. However,
of course they were.
In the general setting of Pragmata, things have clearly gone quite wrong, and the ad in the trailer also starts glitching out before our protagonists enter the scene. As for the gameplay, the trailer shows off how the protagonist's partner, Diana, can make use of her own abilities to help the player along in intense combat scenarios. Fights in the trailer also showed off the fact that enemies will seemingly also have weak points that players can target. Pragmata has seen its fair share of delays, but will launch for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Luminous Arise announced. The latest State of Play kicked off with the return of a beloved puzzle game franchise, Luminous Arise. Developed by Enhance of Tetris Effect fame with Tetsuya Mitsuguchi returning, it's out this fall for PS5 with PlayStation VR 2 support. Now, if you've played Tetris Effect, the presentation will look familiar, with visuals laden with particle effects and a deeply involving soundtrack. However, Luminous is more about creating colored 2x2 squares from corresponding blocks to clear out lines and build up a high score. The last new title in the Luminous series was 2016's
Blah,
Luminous
blah,
Puzzle
blah.
Music,
I am not
available for
interested.
iOS and Xbox One and Nintendo PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, and MetaQuest.
I swallowed my smoothie wrong. I'm crying a little bit from it.
Silent Hill F release. Konami's Silent Hill F appeared during the latest State of Play, and after being rated in many countries, it finally has a release date, September 25th. Pre-orders begin today. The latest footage shows protagonist Hinako and her friends.
Is there another Silent Hill game
Silent
like
Hill
this?
fashion, they encounter various horrors, including various classmates twisted into scarecrow.
Don't think I've ever
monsters.
played them.
Based on the ESRB's rating, some horrifying consequences await them. Whether Hinako can emerge unscathed or not, she'll likely never be the same. Silent Hill F is coming to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC, and despite the name, it's described as a new title that's independent of the series.
Okay, well, doesn't matter if I played the other ones or not.
Solid Delta Snake Eater gameplay trailer, and Metal Gear Online is back. Not content with revealing a release date for Silent Hill F, Konami also dropped a brand new gameplay trailer for Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. It showcases various encounters throughout the remade experience, including motorcycle chases, a fistfight against Colonel Volgin, and much more. Based on the universally acclaimed Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, Delta Snake Eater offers revamped visuals courtesy of Unreal Engine 5. The script and story remain the same, but the gameplay has been enhanced with quality of life features like
that animation was crazy. Hang on. What?
But the gameplay has been enhanced with quality of life features like a compass, quick dial, and more. There's also a new modern control scheme with an over-the-shoulder camera. Of course, like the original, it also features a crossover minigame with Ape Escape. Xbox players get Bomberman instead.
What?
Also, did the trailer just tease MGO and a new Octa camo system? Neo 3 announced. Team Ninja, along with publisher
That was a mess. I've never played that game, so I don't know anything about it.
Appropriately titled Neo 3, the game was unveiled with a trailer during Sony's recent State of Play showcase. Neo 3 will seemingly offer players more of the same from the previous game, along with two major additions: the ninja style, which allows players to more easily traverse the world and take down enemies with quick strikes and ninja tools, and the bigger scale of the world. Neo 3 is slated for release in early 2026. In the meantime, however, PS5 players can check out the free demo available now. Ghost of Yotei gets new teaser. Sucker Punch has released a new teaser for its highly anticipated successor to Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei. The teaser was a short one, giving us a quick glimpse at the protagonist and her wolf companion. While we didn't get much in the way of
I like her
gameplay details from the teaser,
her fit.
Punch has confirmed that it will be hosting a separate deep dive about the story and gameplay for Ghost of Yotei later in July. Ghost of Yotei will be jumping a few centuries in the future since the events of Ghost of Tsushima and will put players in the shoes of a samurai named Atsu. 007 First Light reveal trailer. IO Interactive promised
I saw some clips of this too.
First Light, its original title in the James Bond franchise,
It looked pretty cool.
6th. However, it seemingly couldn't wait with its trailer debuting at the recent State of Play. As an origin story, First Light follows a younger Bond who's smart and hungry, but also
can I
reckless.
pick up my
Joining
stuff?
as a recruit for MI6, he embarks on missions to earn his iconic number.
Is that what this was
There
this
are a
whole
hefty
time?
number of cinematics, but some small peaks of gameplay are also visible, which call back to the
Let me pick
Hitman
up my
DNA.
things.
Bond can pickpocket from people, scan his environment, sneak about while crouching, toss devices onto enemies, and even take down threats. Of course, he's not afraid to go loud, engaging in close quarter combat and harnessing handguns and assault rifles in combat. 007 First Light is coming to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2, with a gameplay reveal due out this summer. Astrobot New Levels. Team Asobi's Astrobot is getting some new free content on July 10th at 6 a.m. Pacific Time. Studio head Nicolas Doucet confirmed that the studio is introducing 5 new levels in the Vicious Void Galaxy, which means players will need to pull out all the stops to complete them. These include Twin Frog Trouble, Suck It Up,
I've never
Handful
played
Rabbit,
these little
High
guys.
Inflation, and a mystery level. Doucet also
Kind of
teased
stopped playing my
something really cool,
PlayStation
potentially
by the time that
about
they
finishing the Vicious Void.
started releasing
Players
these.
can also look forward to new special bots for each level, including Atsu from Ghost of Yotei.
I never tried
Total
playing
level
it.
count is now over 90, with 5 levels added post-launch, followed by Building Speed and Winter Wonderland. 5 more levels arrived earlier this year, and there don't seem to be any plans to stop soon. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Arc System Works has unveiled its next fighting game, this time around making use of Marvel's lineup of superheroes to fill out its roster. The game, titled Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, was announced with a trailer that showcases quite a bit of its fast-paced gameplay. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls will be a 4-on-4 tag fighting game with characters from across Marvel's various comic series. Some of the characters shown off in the trailer include Ghost Rider, Spider-Man,
Rage at wholesome looking games? What do you mean?
In true Arc System Works fashion, Marvel Tokon
Like,
Fighting Souls
people
will
playing that
feature
little bot
quite a
game?
bit of aerial combat, with characters having access to plenty of combos that can keep their opponents in the air for extended periods of time. Players can also call in their tag partners for assistance.
People get mad for
to
it?
extend their own combos or break their opponent's ongoing combo. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is slated for release in 2026 and is
Like they gotta play
exclusive
something
to
else
Steam and
then.
Epic Game Store and
That's
PS5.
kind of crazy.
Thief VR Legacy of Shadow.
Would be
Classic
funny to
Stealth
watch.
franchise Thief is making a comeback in VR form.
Hey Andy,
Thief
what's
VR
up?
Legacy of Shadow launches later this year for PlayStation VR 2, PC VR, and Meta Quest 2, 3, and 3DS. Legacy of
Nat
Shadow
Fox
returns to
Hypers,
the
Nat
iconic
Fox
city,
Hypers,
but
Nat
Thank
Fox
you for
Hypers.
that.
Pie. Growing up on the streets and stealing to make a living, she discovered
But people rage because it's harder than it looks. There's quite a few of those.
It could be Garrett from the
Like when
original
Fall
game.
Guys first came
As for
out
gameplay,
too.
it features the usual tenets of Thief, sneaking on rooftops and through alleys.
I was getting mad at Fall
You
Guys.
can pickpocket guards and utilize multiple arrow types, and there are numerous paths to explore for each heist. So, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if
Shouldn't
you'd like
be
to
getting
support,
mad at
please
it, but
subscribe
I
to the channel
was.
and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.
Right. Next. That one wasn't as exciting, I think. I didn't make it to enough points, but it's fine. I need to go back here.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards.
Okay. This one has so many sections. What is going on with all these games? Holy shit. Okay. I'm watching all this because I just like I was gone and all this stuff happened. So we've got this, and then I think PC gaming is also here, but like I couldn't find like a highlight button. It's a whole freaking stream that's 2 hours. I don't know.
And welcome to Summer Game Fest, a showcase to celebrate what's new and next in video games.
Does this one not have someone talking? Or is it just like an intro? There's nobody talking here. I guess we can try to freaking find another one. I want someone to talk to me because I already died not in this game, not paying attention. Chop chop. Yeah, that's how I know it's gonna start because everybody starts spamming their special. What the fuck is this? Sorry if you hear Danny and Mochi. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, this isn't like... Why am I getting hurt? First of all. What is happening? Why is this copying and pasting like this?
When you hide behind something and then you peek out, she did not like
Scared the fuck out of her.
I mean, sometimes she's prepared, she was like, and then she barked because she got scared.
She's bullying our dog is what she's doing. Well, you bullied our dog. Mm-hmm. Bullying our dog.
Spider? Wait, saw me go trying to get yeah. I'm trying to get it off of you. On her neck. Crawl down on the white part. Okay, I'm done. Night.
Why don't you play a game?
The what? What's it called? It's not Peggy. What's it called?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ralph?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one with the
Repo?
Repo.
I have it. Is it on the PlayStation?
Why can't I play on my computer? Why do you not want me
Because then we can't hear each other, and then I can never. Won't be able to play. Audio. Little monster guys here. Kind of fucked. Well, you scared her, so she was angry at you for a bit. She said she snuck up on the dog, and the dog went crazy. And she's like, oh, she got scared. I'm like, well, if you want to hang out, I'm gonna play music. I was watching like these YouTube videos.
Get scared.
I'll have music in the background. Oh. Get the spider or not? Mochi. Danny also let a spider crawl on her dog. Oh. Didn't try hard enough. I saw you.
Well, she's gonna bite me.
She wasn't. Yeah, we've had twice where like a spider just floats down from like our living room ceiling while we're hanging out. Another one. Well, you kind of flipped it on. Or you were trying to like.
Me. I was like, whoa.
At least it's not a wolf spider. We're bound to find one of those though, because we found one last year. No, we found it in the shower. I didn't find one in the toilet.
On the bowl.
We flushed the
No.
one that we.
No.
You found another one.
It's-
All right, then that's a different situation. I don't think I was there for that.
I look all the time.
I-
Spider.
That's a different situation. But that one wasn't as scary, to be honest, as the wolf spider. I mean, it was nasty too, but the wolf spider was way bigger than whatever that was. There was like a black spider with like white spots or white stripes. It landed next to our cat.
Right next to her ass.
Well, she didn't see it, so she was fine. 'Cause the other day, the cat was playing with one. Little one. She was like... And I didn't know what she was doing.
Wait, is the camera on?
It is on. They could see you.
Hear me.
It depends on how loud you talk, and you've been talking loud. See you. Okay. Can't see your toes. I'm kind of blocking you. Yeah, they could kind of hear you, but it gets like cut off. So unless you're screaming, you heard everything from us. Yes,
I was trying to
and we could hear the dog barking too. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then you came in. I was like, I don't know what's happening outside, but doesn't sound great. You see Nat and not Nat. See? What? I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
What's that one? Have you seen that? The girl. She said, "Can't help on that."
Yeah, I've seen it, I think. With Takis.
Yeah,
Are you only saying that because you eat Takis? Yeah, but you're not Latina.
That's me. The actual Latina.
No, you're not. Our cat is Hialeah, so maybe she's got a little bit of Cuban in her. Fire. Not to relax. Like in the day, she'll sleep on the couch. Sometimes. Love how all these people have this outfit.
It's the Marvels.
What?
Marvels.
Well, I would have to play that game. I don't play that game. Did you hear what she said? There's a Marvel's Rivals like meme of like everybody buying the, I don't know the character's name, but the blonde chick, her skin that came out, and it was a boyfriend asking the girlfriend like, "Can you buy this skin for me? It's only like $40." And she's like, "Sure, what is it?" And then she like stares at him like. Then he goes, "Play the game, I'll buy the skin for you." So stupid. I'm not gonna put myself through hell. I would need like a team to play that game. I remember Overwatch days. It was something else. She wants to play Repo, but like the last time we tried playing Apex in here, just heard each other's echoes the whole time. It would be really funny for us two to stream it. Our desks are right next to each other. There's gotta be a way that I can like have our audio situation work fine, but I don't know. If our computers are right next to each other, it's gonna pick up the audio from each of us anyway. There's no way. Alright, let's see if this video has commentary so I don't die again from not paying attention here. Come on.
We haven't been told, so if you want to get into.
Well, I hear somebody talking, so that's close enough, right?
The Summer Game Fest 2025, the dark ritual in which Jeff Keighley summons all of the gaming gods to shower us with teasers, trailers, and sequels. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks 10, brand new games announced at Summer Game Fest 2025. At number 10, it is Code Vein 2. Hey, did you need more anime vampires in your life? If the answer is yes, you're getting it. If the answer was no, you're still getting it. It's still coming, one way or the other. I guess it doesn't really matter what your answer is. Code Vein 2 is coming. So there's a new threat this time in the form of something called Lunar Rapacious.
I have no idea what this is.
That is or means.
That's a cool design.
That it's somehow causing revenants, vampires, to go mad and become monsters called horrors. This time around, you're not a blank slate custom hero. Code Vein 2 brings us a protagonist, a bona fide protagonist called the Revenant Hunter. I don't really know to what extent if you're going to be able to customize at all. We haven't been told, so if If you want to spend 45 minutes customizing the eye glow again, I don't know if you're going to be able to. We'll see, though. This character's arc is guided by another character called Lou, a girl with the ability to rewrite history. So you'll be traveling across timelines, fixing turning points in relevant history, and, well, trying to set things right, I guess. So the world is ending again. It's more complex.
This game is weird.
But it's still anime vampire hunting Souls-like action. At number 9, it's Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. I guess Wu-Tang was just like, and they made a lot of games that sound like Wu-Tang Clan. Like Wo-Long and Wu-Chan, and why isn't there a Wu-Tang? I guarantee that's how this happened. I promise you, somebody in the Wu-Tang Clan was like, there's no reason for us not to release a game if they're going to keep making games that sound like this. Anyway, Rise of the Deceiver is a fast-paced
We're almost level 60.
action RPG. It is not a Souls-like. Again, it's fast. It's not based in parries. The emphasis is expression, teamwork, and of course, drip. It's not often I get to say the word drip with a straight face as Falcon the Game Bird. I don't know. I love Wu-Tang Clan. Who doesn't love Wu-Tang Clan? If you know the Wu-Tang Clan, you probably love the Wu-Tang. Why wouldn't you want to at least...
I don't know any of these.
Number 8, Atomic Heart 2 got announced. Yup, Atomic Heart 2. I actually really like Atomic Heart. Some of the stuff that people think is cringe about it, I like in a kind of semi-ironic, but not really actually ironic way. It's a fun game. It's a little cringe in a weirdly charming way, at least to me. I'm happy they're doubling down on all of that nonsense. Obviously, Atomic Heart 2 is expanding on the stuff from the first. You got the cyborg glove stuff.
Chop chop, let's go.
Melee, arranged, etc. I'm just psyched that they're making a sequel. I mean, that's basically the level of, like, things that you would hear in...
Was this that weird game that came out a while ago with... I think it is this one.
Number 7, also from
Never
Moneyfish,
played it.
The Cube. Now, when you think of the Atomic Heart universe, you assume Atomic Heart and now Atomic Heart 2. But we're also getting the Cube, which is a multiplayer RPG shooter that takes place in the Atomic Heart universe. In the Cube, players embark on expeditions to explore the enigmatic structure, the Cube. A big cube, big levitating cube. You got rotating walls, shifting terrains, unpredictable combat scenarios. Basically, it's an MMORPG shooter with roguelite mechanics wrapped in a psychedelic Soviet fever dream.
A lot of different things in one.
Marketing. And number 6 is Scott Pilgrim EX, which is, let's just be completely clear, a new Scott Pilgrim beat-em-up. The original Scott Pilgrim versus the World game is one of my favorite beat-em-ups of all time. And the people who made it later went on to form Tribute, who is behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. And they just absolutely killed that game. We've talked about the Marvel Cosmic Invasion game.
I don't even know they, like...
They're behind that as well. But this is kind of like the...
had games of this.
Can you tell I'm excited?
Makes sense, but I just didn't know.
It's not just that they're making a sequel to that game. It's that it's a lot of the original developers. It's Anime Noguchi coming back.
Well, hello.
This time around, they're talking about it being like kind of open world, like River.
How have you been?
Open world, which is not, I mean, open world in the sense of today, but it's a bunch of interconnected areas that apparently are going to be all open from the very start of the game. I don't know. I'm psyched. I'm so happy this is getting.
Yo, this chat is wild. Every time I look up, it's something crazy. So don't read what these guys are talking about or saying. How do I turn it off completely?
I don't know if you're aware of Lego Builder's Journey.
Can I turn it off? I thought I hit it.
A Lego game. The developers behind that are making this. Kind of has the same style as Builder's Journey.
Crazy.
Isometric perspective, but it's kind of it takes two. Also, like it looks like Builder's Journey, but you're two different Lego bricks, and it takes two in that respect. Like you have to do the things that you would do in It Takes Two. That's basically what it looks like, anyways. It doesn't look manic or mayhem oriented. It looks similarly kind of cozy type game as Builder's Journey. This one's actually not far off in the future. The other ones we've talked about are at least a year
A
old.
calm
Apparently is coming this year.
2-player puzzle game.
PlayStations, the Xboxes, the Nintendo Switches, and PC.
I feel like people will still fight.
And number 4 is Infinitesimals. Just when you thought the tiny protagonist in a big world trope had been fully exploited,
I think I could
Cubit
leave since I got
Studios
500
says,
points.
Hold my beer. This is a third-person sci-fi action adventure game where you're an alien that has crash landed, not on Earth necessarily, but you're an insect-sized alien. You're the captain of a squadron of
What is this?
spacefaring, I don't know, dudes. I don't know, but you're.
I checked out BO3. I'm trying to get my job to
I don't know. Maybe it's a different time. I really don't know yet.
give
It
me
looks cool,
the
though. Like, don't
subscription for it so I could actually mess around with
Obviously,
it.
the environment's the big thing here. What I like
But
about this
I haven't
is
yet.
It looks kind of like it's using that Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Haven't been able to touch it yet.
Enough so that you think of it. Infinitesimals is coming.
$20. I thought that they were saying that it's not $20. Or I saw that you only get VO2 with that version. The $20 version.
And number 3 is End of the Abyss. Just when you thought your nightmares were safe. Just
Like the updated VO3
we're gonna finally leave you alone.
is at like $125 plan or something.
Developers, we're gonna leave you alone. Just when you thought they couldn't have possibly any more projects on the horizon. They're a small company. They can't.
So that $20 a month, I thought it said VO2. I could try VO2. But it's not the same.
Comes with End of the Abyss. Haha. It's a top-down.
I'm waiting for them to approve that, and I also like told them to I want to try the Luma Labs one, Dream Machine. They also released an update on theirs.
Technician investigating a facility.
Probably not as good, right? But
Dead Space vibe to it.
I do want to try it out.
Kind of a survival thing, branching paths, hidden areas, gear upgrades, tense combat. I don't know. It looks like an interesting idea. And
Get it for free. I don't think I have access to that email. My school got sued, so I don't even think they exist anymore. So maybe I don't know if our emails exist at all. I could check.
With some of the like robot-y, monster-y type things. I don't know. It's weird. It's a next year game. PS5,
Yes.
Xbox Series, PC, etc., etc. Looks cool.
Yes.
And number 2, it's Mortal Shell 2. Mortal Shell was a great Souls-like. If maybe a little bit.
Got my student loans
still
rid of at least, yeah.
A lot of other ways. I don't know. It was one of those sort of quirky Souls-likes. It had some
Lucky in that sense.
hinges to it that weren't quite what you'd expect, and I like that it's getting a sequel quite a bit.
Some of their locations closed. I thought it was like all of them.
System is returning. I don't know
Most of them.
exactly what they're going to do to modify the combat, if anything. I would assume something, but there is. Also
I would assume ours did, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it at all.
Like I have. You can do so too as well at Mortal.
If I got reimbursed for all that stuff.
And finally, at number 1,
We're hoping they do it for Full Sail.
the 9th mainline.
I thought about that the other day, actually.
Really know a whole lot about what this is, but we do know it takes place.
I was like,
post-nuclear
the Art Institute, what about Full Sail?
I am all about that.
Pretty similar.
An FBI agent named Grace Ashcroft. It looks very much like it is continuing in the footsteps of the Resident Evil 2 remake. The first-person Resident Evil stuff, it was great. I am happy they're moving in that
Debt-free education
direction.
is a win.
I don't
Yeah.
have spec-
Yeah, I would say so. I'm missing Resident Evil. I move it back. But I'm glad I don't have to pay for that anymore. Don't think it really helped me find a job, I'll be honest. I still know people that I graduated with that are struggling, I think, to find jobs like that. That are related to what we studied. So hopefully they don't have to pay as well. Their loans should have like disappeared. Yeah, that's too much. 1,900 a month. I mean, what? It was always expensive. I don't know how much I paid. I went probably the same around there. think in total it was around 100K or a little bit less than 100K. I had like an art grant and stuff like that. And then I was lucky because my mom split it with me, but that's not everybody's case. So 1900 is like rent, barely, some places. That's a lot of payments. Credits Marvel. You sold out for the money. Are you having a better experience working for tech than you are for Disney? Like, there's got to be pros and cons for each, right? I always thought I'd want to work at Disney, but with how everything's going, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. Like anymore. Like I used to. Before before I even went to university or anything like that. Start, come on. Coach me from games, but you refused. It might feel, I guess, more rewarding working on certain things in the entertainment industry times. I just work with utility apps. That's what I make my videos on.
And finally, at number 1, it's Resident Evil Requiem, the 9th mainline Resident Evil game. We don't really know a whole lot about what this is, but we do know it takes place in a post-nuclear disaster Raccoon City, which is, I am all about that. You are
That sounds
an
pretty cool.
FBI agent named Grace Ashcroft. It looks very much like it is continuing in the footsteps of the Resident Evil 2 remake. The first-person Resident Evil stuff, it was great. I am happy they're moving in that direction. We don't have any specific release date information, but it's coming. It looks very, very cool, too. I do have some bonus stuff here for you. These weren't necessarily freshly announced at Summer Games Fest 2025. They're not.
So Resident Evil isn't going to continue
Worth at least some hype.
the previous two
Stranger Than Heaven,
games?
RGD Studios Noir Time Machine, Ryo ga Gotoku, the Like a Dragon / Yakuza people, they officially unveiled Stranger Than Heaven, which was previously something we knew about called Project Century, but it's a 20th century detective story with some survival elements and a narrative that apparently spans decades. And it's also, keep in mind, the Like a Dragon devs, don't forget that.
You're only in this for money.
Crazy stuff. Probably, maybe.
I feel like maybe if it was like a personal project aimed in like the entertainment industry, it'd be a lot
I mean, I don't know if you can really consider Judgment and Lost
better to work
non-Yakuza games.
in for round, I guess.
I'm sure this is an extension of that, and I think
But work is work.
Next is Ill coming
At the end of the day, I think.
Team Cloud, a first-person survival horror game with a pretty wild-looking dismemberment system, some crazy monsters. Guess this takes place in a fort that has been overtaken by a mysterious entity. Next is Chrono Odyssey. No, it is not a Chrono Trigger-related piece of media that I am at least aware in any way. It's an MMORPG. I don't know what exactly the nature of those elements are. It is a time travel MMORPG. That's I mean, really what it looks like at the moment. We'll see more as more comes
All
out.
these
They've
games are
taken
so like
forever showing
strange.
footage of this game though. And finally, we've got gameplay from Dying Light the Beast. Obviously, this is a game that is launching relatively soon, August 22nd specifically. It's looking pretty intense, pretty visceral, honestly pretty fast-paced, which I'm all about. Looks really
I've been watching like gaming updates because I've been gone for 2 weeks and everything happened in the 2 weeks I was gone.
Like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to do so. We upload.
I don't know if I want to watch the full video of that other one. What was it? Meta? No. How about no? It was a PC gaming show. I can't find highlights because it happened like yesterday. Sit here and watch this for 2 hours. You got a Steam Deck? Ooh. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna get all I didn't get the points. It's ridiculous. This mini game is kind of stupid. So dumb. Woo! Oh boy, my god. I am not married. Not yet, anyway. God. Be right back. I'm gonna use bathroom. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'm gonna just play this for background noise.
Welcome everyone to the PC Gaming Show pre-show. I am Frankie Ward and I am so excited this year because not only do we have a ton of world premieres and game trailers to show you, but we're also devoting this show to something that makes all these awesome games possible: hardware. That's right. For the past decade, we've been bringing you exciting previews of the hottest upcoming PC games, and this year we're also doing our first ever deep dive into the glorious, sparkling PC hardware that makes them run. Throughout the pre-show, we'll be talking with expert guests about the latest in hardware innovations and trends. And as you can see from my overalls and the workshop I'm sat in, we're going to be rolling up our sleeves and building something very special during today's show too. And who knows, you might learn a little something new for the next time you build your own PC. But before we get into all that hardware, here's a different sort of hardware for you to check out. Take a look at what's coming up for wholesome shopkeeping sim, Trash Goblin.
In this wholesome shopkeeping game, you're an orphaned goblin trying to start a business. But you're not doing it alone. Say hi to Eamon. They're an antique dealer and your self-appointed guardian/business partner. And this is Auntie Val. She's a dear friend of your late parents and your other guardian. They don't exactly see eye to eye. Eamon thinks of himself as an entrepreneur. Auntie says that's just fancy talk for criminal. You might wonder how much trouble you can get into with old furniture, but Eamon's got a knack for it. Alongside that whole situation, you've got a business to run, helping out colourful customers like Donoval and his peculiar nesting needs, or clumsy blacksmith Redwar, desperately trying to impress her new boss, or Mathronio and their extensive and frankly exhausting romantic adventures. But you're your own boss. Decorate, invest in your tools, expand your shop, travel a little, all at your own pace. The fate of the city can wait. Trash Goblin, out now.
One goblin's trash is another goblin's treasure. That's a famous saying in the goblin community, along with goblins speak louder than words and don't put all your eggs in one goblin. Trash Goblin 1.0 is out right now. Next up, we're going to be talking about a couple of the biggest PC gaming innovations of the past few years. But to do that, we're going to need a little help from some expert witnesses.
As a streamer and videographer, breakthrough technology like DLSS and FSR are absolutely essential items for my day-to-day.
DLSS, FSR, and XESS, they're all doing similar things, which is kind of reducing load on your computer and still retaining some levels of image quality as super samplers. I think it's super exciting. Basically, it just gives you more performance, seemingly for free.
Being able to push my setup to its limits whilst also maintaining high frame rates and overall visual quality while streaming allows me to continue to being my best without having to sacrifice performance.
It seems like magic on first appearance, but when you dig into the details, there's a lot more going on under the hood.
It's also important that I'm able to jump from game to game without worrying too much about drops in quality or putting unnecessary strain on my PC. This is especially useful with new gen games. Whether I'm looking to dodge my opponent's crushing blow in Clear Obscure or plowing through the hordes in Doom Eternal, it's reassuring to know that I've got the hardware side of things covered.
With new gen games coming out, like a Monster Hunter Wilds, they had support for frame generation, which is a part of DLSS. So you can render it in a smaller thing, use the super sampler, and then because that frame time is choppy, because it's demanding on a CPU, frame generation can help kind of smooth over those bits. It's given you more room to make your games run and look better while not increasing your performance impact. It allows you to get more out of your hardware.
As games get more demanding, we demand more from them, especially when it comes to visuals. And when it comes to gaming monitors, we love nothing more than a good OLED with lightning
To get some
fast
Zyrtec.
response times and infinite contrast.
Just in case.
For more, keep your eyes on the screen as we monitor the opinions of a couple of OLED experts.
No, don't disconnect me, bitch. I just made it back.
OLED really does feel like a quantum leap forward in terms of the image quality you can expect from a really high-end monitor. I mean, that's not to say they don't have caveats, but they are essentially the thing to aim for now. If you're building a high-end rig and you're thinking about what monitors to get next, really, if you're prepared to spend a fair bit of cash, and a lot of gamers are, you're looking at OLED monitors.
From
man.
response time, color range and latency, refresh rates, depth, getting proper black.
Did this shit start or are they just talking?
Simply objectively better, and you'll notice a huge
We can let him talk.
upgrade to one from a sort of more traditional VA or TN or IPS panel.
And they're getting faster and faster as well, which makes them a good shout for competitive gaming, or really any sort of gaming at this point.
The big blockbusters that have enormous graphical fidelity targets and sort of ambitions like Cyberpunk 2077 and Ghost of Tsushima, they don't look any better than when they're on an OLED screen. But it goes even murkier games like the Resident Evil series, Dead Space Remake. The HDR benefits you can get from an OLED monitor on those games can be exquisite.
I'm into my mill sims, so Grey Zone Warfare as well, which is a stunning Unreal.
That game was terrible. I couldn't run it on my computer. But I think they've had enough updates, right? Nick and I were talking about it earlier, so maybe I can try it again. But I literally couldn't run it back in the day. Could not play it off stream or anything. It's crazy. Trying to sell a small. Oh, maybe I should skip it then.
Real Engine 5 looking game, but it also requires some good Twitch reactions. Anything where I really need that quick Twitch response. OLED tends to be better at it.
All right, when is it actually? I'm looking at the timer on top. What the fuck is this? How many capybara games I've seen? A lot of mobile game ones. I literally couldn't find any highlights on this because it happened just yesterday. But it's whatever. I'll probably start doing this when I play this game. I'll watch something. Jesus, why did they cut that like that?
Hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2025. My name is Sean Day9 Plot, and once again, I am thrilled to be here with you, showing you the latest game trailers, previews, and world-exclusive first looks at what's ahead in the world of PC gaming. But even more importantly, I'm delighted to be joined again by the co-host with the most, Mika Burton.
Thank you, Sean. It is great to be back on the PC
Thank
Gaming
you,
Show,
Sean.
Since we're cooking up something extra special this year. As you can see, Sean and I are broadcasting today's show from a crucible of clandestine accoutrements.
Oh, that's right. Here in our high-tech hardware workshop, we've assembled some of the finest PC gadgetry for some of the world's smoothest secret operatives. You know where all the spies get all their coolest toys? Well, it's from us.
We've made headsets that double as wall-climbing suction cups.
We've made keyboards that can turn into cars that turn into boats.
We've also built a laptop that's a crossbow that's also a blunderbuss, and I'm afraid to touch it. That's how you know it's good.
What is happening?
A chair that turns completely invisible thanks to cloaking technology.
Sean, the invisible chair never actually made it out of R&D.
Well, that's what they want you to think. Regardless, we're in the process of using every ounce of our high-tech, top-secret burn.
Do you guys like when they
to build what we call
like talk like this?
The Rig is a top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming PC, and it could be yours.
I guess it's an ad, right? Maybe they were told to say all these things.
At the end of the show.
But that'll happen a bit later. Right now, let's kick off the show the PC Gamer way with three world.
Right, I should have known it was an ad based off what they were saying. I was like, I don't know if I like that.
Dahlia, I know you're nervous about going home, but you're going to be fine. We don't know the state of the crisis.
What is this?
But a job's a job, right? Get in, get out. Don't get sucked back in.
They actually talked like they were in an infomercial the whole time. Hi.
Remember, D, it's just.
They have to end every few sentences with like if they were selling something. Do they show the name of these games, or they're just like showing a few of them and then they talk about them? I guess at the end. Are they just showing just back-to-back trailers? Looks like it. I'm used to them talking. Someone talking while it's happening. Neverwinter.
They call you the Shard Bearer, a piece of Gith's blade within you.
Jeez.
The only one who can help us defeating the King of Shadows.
Bring in the accused.
Did you really think you could keep such relics of my people?
I might not make it this round either.
Obsidian's 2006 classic RPG, but it's all new and shiny again. Honestly, I'm calling in sick today at launches.
Ooh, me too. I think my excuse will be food poisoning.
I was gonna go with regular poisoning.
Interesting. Go on.
Well,
I think that's just how they're gonna talk the whole time. I thought it was just because they were selling something at first.
believable.
You know what? You do you, my guy. In the meantime, let's
Oh,
Jacob about.
what?
Or unlabeled bottles in my kitchen, so it's entirely believable.
You know what? You do you, my guy. In the meantime, let's check in with Frankie and Jacob about the rig.
It's cringy.
Thanks, Mika.
That one was bad.
Managing editor of Hardware, Jacob Reed, and during today's show, we're going to be building an awesome custom PC. Even better, everyone watching will have a chance to win it for themselves.
This PC will be a gaming powerhouse with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D.
How many ads are you selling me? I just want to see stuff.
32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Titan.
I don't have money.
And hear the tale of Norwind's greatest champion.
Holy shit. It's like a whole commercial the whole time. But like, oh. Is that her name? The person that's showcasing this? Was not paying attention.
There's no one I would rather die alongside than you, my champion.
I just wonder if they get a script. They must, right? I'd rather... I don't know. I'd rather be spoken to a bit more authentically, but I understand. I suppose. Like, that doesn't make me want to buy anything. For sure.
Coming up in the show.
Stardew Valley. Kidding. How many games have come out like Stardew Valley after Stardew Valley came out? What is this? What the hell is this? They're just playing just all the music that they have in this game in their one trailer here. Reading Rainbow Guy's daughter? That's actually kind of crazy. Why? Every time I click, you aren't going. Please. Is it me or this trailer is a little bit longer than the other ones? I can't tell if it's because of the music or... Some of the bosses look cool. That one felt a lot longer. Used to watch Reading Rainbow all the time. It's a throwback. They got like a super long trailer and now a super short one. This looks and reminds me of a few different games.
It's important to celebrate when something reinvents itself. Necess overhauls its graphics, gets major updates. It's beautiful.
It's almost as beautiful as the rig's Corsair RM1000X fully modular ATX.
It's very hot in this room right now, and I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
More poetic is a perfectly executed heist set in a dystopian techno future.
Yes.
Might open up the window a bit.
And GTFO had a new co-op heist FPS.
GTFO.
You know we had to find out more. So we infiltrated 10 chambers and interrogated the makers of...
Yeah, I played that game. I played like one round of that game and never played it again.
We were prepped and ready for the heist. We had stolen Tier 7 passkeys, acquired the building schematics, and rerouted the security comms. We're in position. The package was as good as ours. Every variable accounted for, but we fucked it up anyway.
Nice.
Next time, we gotta be even more prepared.
Den of Wolves. God,
Den of Wolves is a first-person shooter, four-player co-op heist game taking place in the future. We focus a lot on player agency, story, and keeping the player on their toes with some interesting elements that take you out of the brick-and-mortar world of Midway City, where the game takes place. It's a power fantasy, even though there's obviously tension as well with like stealth segments and stuff. But the identity of Den of Wolves primarily is balls to the wall.
Den of Wolves is stepping back into our payday roots. The big difference is, of course, the sci-fi area.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense, right? They also made Payday, right? I think you're allergic to the showcase? Right. It didn't even start, and I just couldn't breathe already. Non-stop sneezing. Then I took allergy medicine. I think this chair is about to give out any day now.
megastructure buildings to actually place our levels within and be free.
Should probably get a new
of how
chair.
big levels we want them to be. It's this very large city arising from the sea. You want to look out at the city and see, like, okay, so this is a living, breathing city and it works.
Coming back to the heist genre is sort of a, I don't know, after Payday 2 I felt like I had so much more things to do in my head, like what I wanted that game to be. A contemporary setting limits you in so many ways. Everything you do to enhance the game breaks.
You're not looking forward to that?
Sort of a sci-fi theme on it. It enables you
What's
to
your
build
position
a
now?
pocket of thematics
Seems like a lot
and
of the
still solve things from a gameplay.
directors.
Making a game
Is he director and CEO or something like that?
tools it gives you to solve problems in the future. And this sci-fi thriller theme gives us a lot of tools to play with. Midway is just a corporate haven. There's no rules, there's nothing. It's divided up into districts. There's even like district wars and this kind of thing within the city. So it's a very classical in a way, dystopian take. Kind of like
I think it's easier to talk about if you're really into it.
Like, oh, this is the backdrop.
But
and I'm gonna hand you a new adventure and have a bit of fun. So there's something called dives in the game. It's basically a neural heist in the middle of
That's kinda
whatever
cool.
you're doing in the normal mission. You
That look
can
cool.
basically jump to this other place. Thematically, there's these architects that build these defense mechanisms that gets injected into people's minds, and then you're trying to break into one of those.
The dives allows us to explore a little bit with visual art design and gameplay design. Just tracking down this specific person that you need to make a dive into to extract information. We don't need a bank vault for that. It could be a suburban Greek
You're not there yet.
area, or it can be a
But
very
one day,
luxury
one day.
of some sorts.
The dives provide change of pace and change of intensity in the gameplay and change of scenery, and it could be a nightmarish sort of abstract thing.
Just make them, instead of filming you, make the character that's in game and use your voice. But have the character on the screen or something.
In the Swiss Alps,
we could just mix a lot
I'm gonna see if I can
stuff together.
turn down the air. It's hot
Very
as
abstract place, and also with gameplay, we could go from a shooter to a platformer to a horror theme,
or we can have sort of parkour experimentation where you can run on walls. We make the rules for what the dives are and what they can be.
The heist fantasy in general maps really well to game psychology. I'm a psychology-driven game designer to a large extent because we want to motivate you to keep playing, and also like what are we stealing and what's the economy of the game. And I'm not talking about getting people to spend more cash. It's what's the drive of the game. And I think building new things or crafting things is a very interesting area. A good example would be like this thing we did for Payday where you would craft masks and this kind of thing.
Yeah, we're going back to the masks. I've heard people tell me before, like, oh, GTFO and then it's a masks game, right? I'm like, really? Yeah, maybe it is. But we wanted to make something different. Like, we didn't want to go fully masculine, maybe do these big skull masks. Like, we don't want to limit us to not do it, but with the mask we have now, we actually wanted to bring some feminine, some sexiness, you know. So one of the inspirations we actually had
You guys
was
are still
the
talking.
Keira Knightley
Ooh.
pout that she has, and there's also like these Japanese theater demon masks with
Got a lot to say about
type of
this.
style. So as in the dives, you know, we could basically make anything. The masks are designed to allow them to expand the world inside themselves. So finding the signs where they don't really know where to.
Terrible. Why is it so hot?
We try to hit kind of a sweet spot there. This is gonna be a high-paced, intense, and a very fun collaborative game. Playing together with friends is a beautiful thing, right? Especially when we have these situations where shit hits the fan, we panic together and try to solve it.
So if you put 4 people in a room and they play it, and you start to hear the voices go up, and they start to be loud in the room, then you know, like, yeah.
God.
You know?
If you want to find out more about Den of Wolves, head to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist now.
I think even with me doing that, it's not gonna be enough. Windows open. I don't know, the Xbox One had so many good games. Spooky Express.
Frankie, this is my first time on the PC Gaming Show. Any advice?
It's not that hard. Just show up on time, learn your lines, and don't cross me. Don't you ever cross me, Ricky. I will destroy you.
Okay.
Also, tea with honey is great for a scratchy throat after a long day on set.
Okay.
Want to rehearse the next scene? It's that silly one where I'm trying to detangle a bunch of headphone cables and you learn the folly of crossing Frankie Ward.
I think these two are doing a better job, I think.
Or you could tell us about the next part you're going to install.
Yep, let's do that, please. Right, the X870E Aorus Master has a few special features.
Another ad.
Building easier. My favorite is
Next. It's a pretty cool concept. Not really my kind of game, though. It's got some Hades vibes to it, no? I still need to play Hades. Is it by the same makers? It's got like the same style.
You have the opportunity to save your kingdom as the worthy Prince of Persia.
It's got like the same, but it's not, right?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. We were the conductors of the train, tirelessly serving our passengers with kindness and respect.
Excuse me, this is a conductor-only residence. Please back away from the door.
Hey, what's up? Yes, get motherfucking ready!
Listen up, scumbags. You rats will never get me out of this control room. You understand me? Never.
Car key. Bro, let's just flush him out. I'm tired. Good. Run. Whip.
This is different.
Those ungrateful mother...
Bro, we can literally intercept the conductor, steal all his shit, and extract. Let's go. I'll take right, you take left. Say go. Go.
There. We got them! We got everyone!
Engine fall in 10, 9, 8.
Carabao, we gotta move.
6,
Frontiers Founder Access is the first public step in creating a visionary sci-fi survival experience. You start your journey alone, a tiny blip in a seemingly endless universe. As you struggle to gain a foothold in this hostile world, you can build rudimentary structures, improved ships, components, and more. You'll begin to discover details about the universe and the ancient civilizations whose remnants still
I could be wrong, but isn't this the game where you can like
everything requires fuel
sell these ships for like real money or something?
is crucial to survival. The most potent source of fuel, crude, is necessary to build formidable ships, advanced structures, and even stargates, reconnecting the vast universe. Smart structures are highly customizable and open the possibility for emergent gameplay only bound by your creativity. Founders have already created custom tournaments, specialized trading hubs, advanced security systems, and more. Are you ready to lose yourself on the frontier?
I think it was that game.
I knew space was dark, but that was dark. CCP really knows how to make the destruction of the universe look kind of beautiful. I'm honestly looking forward to being ambushed in the depths of space in Eve Frontier.
But if you're like me and the thought of being caught off guard is a no-no, just head over to the PC Gaming Show Steam page and you'll find every single game we're showing today in one convenient spot ready to be wishlisted. So no scary surprises.
Absolutely. And now here's a look at some of the great games from puzzle publisher Astrological.
I'd say the days are blurring together. But what days? As for the isolation, I'm an introvert. It suits me. The contracts just keep on coming. 2 more rigs to construct. That will put me short in power. Gonna need more hydrogen generators. Good news is I've managed to synthesize 334 liters of water in the last 24 hours. Now they want 200 liters of ammonium hydroxide. Rewards are good though. On completion, we'll finally acquire an electrolytic reducer. And with all that methane on level 2...
He says I could bring him this, right? That's what this guy said.
After that, despite the fact no one really
Oh.
knows what's down there,
Never mind.
I push on and keep going.
Never mind.
Welcome to Matsuzawa Manufacturing Factory Number 1.
A lot of games that I'm just like not interested in. Dude, I can't believe I get tired so quickly lately. Trying to wake up earlier and actually like do stuff earlier, but I already start work at 7 in the morning here. Waking up even earlier is hard for me. I accidentally opened something on Steam by accident. just trying to look at something.
This is a factory and modulus.
You know what I also want to play? It's a puzzle game, but I think it came out recently. I played the demo a lot.
This facility was built out of these 3 modules, which were joined,
Where is it? It's called Blueprints, I think.
stamped, and dyed with pigment. Produced here in our blue pigment refinery.
I was like, I usually don't like puzzle games like that, but this one, like,
Made by combining these modules. Cut from cubes.
maybe there's a sale or something soon. I'll get it.
Were melted from polyrock. Extracted here.
So, Jacob, have you got any quick PC building tips you can share with our audience?
Here's one. You know when you accidentally drop a tiny little screw into your PC case and it just disappears?
Oh, yeah, I hate that. Do you have some cool hack for
It did happen to me while building this
My
one.
tip is that screw is gone forever and you should pretend it never existed.
It's not what I did.
I asked about tips. What can you tell me about the Radeon RX 9070 XT you're installing?
The Radeon RX 9070 XT is a hot ticket item right now, and for good reason. This is
It's another item to spend all your money on. All the money that we don't have. From the reward cart. How do I get that? Is it outside? Oh. I've been missing out on this. It is. This, the window is helping, but not by a lot. It's hot. Because it doesn't work. That key light, I need to buy the cable, the actual cable from that website.
I know our odds. Maybe it's time to consider.
That key light used to work, and then when we moved, I think I lost the power. I don't know what you want me to say right now. That's nice. Turn off the lights, though.
You were always one of us. From day one. What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
What's in your heart? But if you're not ready,
You're still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
I can be ready.
I just wanted to find a way out.
'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die.
This is Pathfinder, Abomination Vaults. A hack-and-slash dungeon crawl where up to 4 players battle through a single massive labyrinth filled to the brim with monsters, treasure, and secrets. Customize each hero between 3 paths, inspired by 2nd edition Pathfinder. Or mix and match to craft the perfect hybrid. Whether adventuring solo or with friends, Switch between the party's heroes on the fly to unleash almighty combo attacks to annihilate the forces of darkness. Deep below the surface, the dark sorceress Belcora Haruvex gathers her power. Are you foolhardy enough to delve into the shadowy depths of the Abomination Vaults?
I was missing out on all the rewards here. Look at how much stuff I missed.
We meet again, little merchant.
Do you not want me to be?
Taking up the challenge of a double life.
Yeah, I was gonna do lamb today, but if you... Huh? Again?
Sides of the same precious coin.
There's so many spiders now. I kind of hate it. Did you kill it? Oh.
Skills and hustle to the test. To grow your store.
Just pray.
As you chase that vision, you pause and wonder. Is this pursuit more important than its destination?
Was it a big one? Okay. So far, it's okay because they're not big. They haven't been too bad.
Computers aren't the only thing we build here at our hardware workshop. Well,
They have like just like roach traps. Really?
I have been preparing some more elegant
Spider traps were a thing.
spy gadgets. See here. This might appear to be a standard ATX full tower personal gaming computer. In actuality, every component is also an extremely cool spy gadget. Take for instance this CPU.
I don't know. It's hot.
Ninja Star.
It's hot over there too.
That did a real number when we tried it on an intern. Well, moving on. We have
cool,
our
right?
range
It's
of
hot.
hidden tasers. To the untrained eye, a coffee mug. In reality, a taser.
It was hot the other day though.
This. To the untrained derriere, a roll.
You're kind of missing out the yapping.
You guessed it. It's a taser.
Hey, what about
Are you turning it down? I'll close it.
listening device
Okay, thank God. No, it was so hot here. Like it was too much.
Don't worry, you know, he'll be fine. Eventually.
I I don't remember how hot it would get in this room, but it gets fucking hot here during the day when I'm working too. I need like a fan or something.
I have one on the right.
Yeah, but where am I gonna? I guess it's just loud as shit. Like when I stream, I can't do it. But when I work, I could have it. I guess. Yeah, but if I'm talking, I'm sure like I don't know. All right, I'm gonna close this window now. I'm just surprised that the cringiness isn't only for like the ads. You know what I mean? I initially thought it was just the ads. I'm closing this window. She's putting down the ear. This room is like a whole other world during the summer, and I totally forgot about it.
Your safety is your own responsibility. Sharing info with someone, make sure they're humans. Check their eyes and teeth. An overlooked visitor will kill you.
Whoops. Smack the microphone. It's not good. Alrighty. The hell is this game? No, I'm not a human. Is it like indie horror?
Hi, I'm Oscar, a solo developer, and this is my game, Botsu. It's an online multiplayer game where you control
Solo dev out here?
and compete in some very silly physics-based competitions. I started making this
Crazy.
game in my spare time, and now you can play the free demo on Steam. You'll start off in a lobby area, Bots Central.
How do you get
where
on
talk to
there?
your friends and mess around with the sandbox while they arrive.
Solo dev.
Mind the gap and hop on the matchmaking train to your Botsu tournament. Your team will compete in bonkers box ball matches, steal boxes and drag your team to victory in stockpile, and try to be the last bot standing in sumo. It's even got physics-based power-ups, like sticky
get my
bombs,
key light too.
balloons that work on anything, and grappling hooks to swing the match in your favor. You can play both online and split screen at the same time, and you can create crazy custom matches in the Steam demo right now. I hope you have fun.
Spotlight, hot nights, glow red at the stoplight. I say, big swerve, big roll.
I am not feeling how many commercials there are for this. I feel like it's a bit overkill. They couldn't have added like some banner ads while these people were talking, maybe. I don't know.
Coming up in the show.
Like, I want to kind of hear people talk, but I want to hear them talk about like their games and stuff. But I'm hearing more talking about here, you can buy this. Look at that other game. No, I'm not a human. I think it was called Steam. No, I'm not. This is interesting. It's not out yet. Yeah, I try this. Got a demo right now. It's kind of creepy looking.
What an amazing collection of games we've already seen. Mika, we are really turning up the heat this year.
We sure are.
Mika, what is that?
Oh, it's thermal paste.
Oh, wait, let me guess. It doubles as like a plastic explosive, or maybe it's a potent tranquilizer.
They're selling thermal paste now.
Like another taser?
No, it's literally just thermal paste. You know, it transfers the heat from your CPU to your heat sinks to avoid overheating.
Oh.
Plus, it is an amazing cookie filler. It's like forbidden icing.
Mika, you can't eat thermal paste.
Of course you can, especially not with milk.
Okay, let's check in on that build again.
What's the hell?
Can we put it in the computer?
Absolutely not, but I'm certainly going to try.
Before we get ahead of ourselves, what kind of CPU is this puppy working with?
It's with no small amount of envy that I say this. We're equipping the rig with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D processor. Put simply, this is the fastest 16-core consumer CPU money can buy. It combines the best parts of every processor ever made. The power of a 16-core monster for tough jobs, check. The gaming chops of second-gen AMD.
We already upgraded.
Tech, check.
Next.
The village of Chandley is small, complicated, and everyone's got their own story. For 100 years, the practice of horticulture has been under a curse, making even the simplest act of cultivation unpredictable. But you come from a long line of sorcerers steeped in the green and growing arts. Your family's old lodge has been empty for a long time, so don't expect...
This one looks kind of cool.
Chandley may be small, but it's thick with secrets and set in its ways. Is it ready for the return of a mandrake?
I didn't expect it to be called Mandrake.
History and folklore. For research, we've walked in a temperate rainforest and visited an ancient coal mine beneath the Forest of Dean.
It's a world where overfishing might cause a river to put a curse on you, and where you'll go delving for bright minerals in the forgotten deeps.
Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies did have some light cannibalism in them. You can't eat people in this one, but that doesn't mean that it's safe. There are old powers waiting in the corners of the world, and the night does not belong to mortals. If all of that sounds good to you, wishlist Mandrake on Steam right now.
That's pretty cool. Pizza Bandit.
A week in the life of a demon school student in under a minute. Starting now. Monday, catch up on the news. Get a new assignment. Fight some guys using tactics. Check your diary. Tuesday, investigate a spooked classroom. Gain a rival. Fight some more guys. Find a dog. Wednesday, romance your friends. Kick an egg. Fight those guys. Thursday, follow some blood. Track down a missing sandwich, pull a new friend out of nowhere. There's guys, you fight it. Friday, find a cursed dog. Learn a terrible secret. Fight a really big guy. The weekend, sing karaoke, race beetles, rinse some tapes, and generally just relax. That's 1 week down, many to go. Wishlist Demon School, an RPG with tactical battles right now.
Congratulations on your assignment. You have been selected to oversee a caretaker deployment in Sector 43A. This video will introduce you to your unit and its sacred directive, the
Level
preservation
can I
and propagation
use?
of the human species.
Dragon.
After global hydrosaturation,
Oh.
Earth became uninhabitable.
Probably should get one already.
Moved to orbit, but reproduction in space proved impossible.
Didn't know I could use one already.
Moses responded with the Human Seed Program. Cryogenic embryos are grown to maturity in surface-based Lazarus pods, then transferred to orbital colonies for immediate workforce integration.
That shot there reminded me of Breathage.
Retrieval, growth, and orbital transfer.
I think Sin told me they were making a second one of that game.
Build autonomous power systems and adapt to any anomaly, from environmental failure to unauthorized presence. Enjoy the rest of your assignment, and remember, every seed you plant shapes humanity's future.
You're the only one who can safeguard the future of humanity in The Last Caretaker. So, you know, no pressure or anything. Hey, Sean, what was that?
I am so
No.
sorry. I may have eaten a light snack that just didn't really agree with me.
Wait a second. Did
What
you
now?
go into my thermal paste stash again?
I prefer the term computer hummus.
No, that's definitely a train, which means we are right on track for our next world
Oh,
premiere.
God.
Sean, no. Put it down.
Who writes these, man? His face. What's this? Please, please, a spider? A giant moth? What? The last one went out the other day.
And it's like by my face and then up on the
Well, close our bedroom door so it doesn't go in our bedroom at night. Maybe close our bedroom door so it doesn't go inside our bed. Oh, well, that's kind of crazy. The bugs aren't stopping. Chill. What? How am I gonna help you?
Wait.
This one can't actually. As a matter of fact, it cannot wait.
Ugh.
All right, I'll. understand. Or die here. But you could hit it with the hard part. also like how you're like, I ask you, is it a spider? And you're like, no. Worse. It's worse.
Kitty. Yes. Kitty. Alright, back to trying to sleep.
Alrighty, I'm almost back. Grab some water. Alrighty. We're back. Seeing all these games that are kind of like this just makes me want to like replay Dredge. I don't think I ever finished like 100% of it. I've not. Missing so much. Probably gonna do one more of these and back and get Dragon Axe.
Some dirty work we need you to take care of. At your own
I didn't know I can use one.
Keep your mouth shut and you'll be rewarded. You want Want to hunt monsters? Join Norex.
And don't ask questions.
So you're good at building PCs, but can you build other things? Like a car?
No, Frankie. I can't build a car.
What about like a winching system to pull something heavy out of, for example, a lake?
I mean, maybe I could put together.
Say a car was in a lake and you needed to winch it out.
Good night, Majestic. I'm headed to bed soon. I think after this finishes
I drove your car off a ramp and into a lake. But I only
as well. Well, maybe not sleep. I might work on some things
jumping a car off a ramp if it's not on fire.
right before sleep.
News to this story?
Yeah. Just check out this
Hope you have a good night. Thanks for hanging.
before you start shopping for a new car.
Oh, that's the Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5. This kit is perfect for building an all AMD Ryzen build at 6,000 mega transfers a second and with low latency. However, we've also stuffed something special here, a light enhancement kit. That's a pair of dummy sticks that look the part but don't actually contain any memory chips. This is a great solution for an AMD build, as it means you can stick to the more reliable slots on the motherboard 2 and 4 while looking the part. It also pairs nicely with our Haven 420 case, which offers thermal optimization through its central GPU airflow that sits within a dual chamber design.
That sounds like the perfect hardware combo for anyone looking to frag draw cards, explore endless dungeons, or simply stream with friends. But while you're out there updating your part picker list, why not check out this exciting upcoming game?
World changed in the blink of an eye. The outpost where we hoped to find salvation has stopped responding. We found it abandoned, all in ruins. Now we have to find out what happened and rebuild what's left.
What's this one?
As we make the most,
It's like a city builder one.
we live under a constant threat from the fog. Not an ordinary mist that we knew before, but one that overwhelms us with the worst kind of fear. And yet, if we want to survive in the new conditions, we must not only fight the fog, we must explore it, research it, understand it, as the fate of our people, maybe even the world, depends on it. And all before fear consumes us all. The tree provides. The tree protects. The tree prevails.
Coming up in the show,
What is this? Cult of the Lamb?
Learn the occult. Spread the mighty one's influence. Find power in the god of your choice to bring the unseen depths to the mortal world.
It's very similar. The music as well, the style.
Burn the non-believers, indoctrinate the uncivilized, and survive the horrors. Grow in power and strength. Unlock new unholy sorceries to overcome the mightiest of enemies. You have what it takes to worship the Eldritch.
After almost a decade, Muse Games is bringing us a follow-up to the airship combat game Guns of Icarus.
Now, as with all professions, our work as gadget-crazed weirdos would be impossible if not for the laser watches and ejector seats of those who came before us.
We stand on the shoulders of giants, crafty, unhinged giants.
Which is why I am pleased to present, in an attaché case full of throwing knives and tear gas canisters, the latest intel on Bond, James Bond. So we sent our secret agents to see what's happening at IO Interactive.
Turning off my webcam.
Things got together and we figured out that we were going to work on such a legendary IP. We're very, very excited. It's a huge opportunity, and also the fact that it hasn't been a game for 14 years just adds to the excitement of a comeback of this game in gaming.
The colleagues that we have here are phenomenal, and I think taking all of their experience from the sort of agent fantasy that they've been building for all these years and applying it to the Bond franchise has been incredible to see and to be a part of. We're making a standalone James Bond game.
Oh shit, we're talking about the James Bond game.
The fans of the novels and the fans of the movies and the cinematic history.
I feel like this one's gonna be kind of cool.
In any kind of IP where there's some known aspects of the character, you can initially view these as constraints, but really they're strengths because we get to work with all these amazing partners. Aston Martin and Land Rover, collaborations with Omega, and all of these things lends itself a sense of credibility to the player that this is a real James Bond experience.
Crafting this character,
It's just a lot of pressure of how it's executed, I'm sure, right?
Because it's a balance between
Oh my god, I don't have enough points. Great.
Novels on the character, yet bringing some part of IO into that.
The most special thing about our version of Bond is that it's an IO reimagination of the origin of Bond himself, and it allows us to really dive in and learn about what it takes to
Not gonna make it this time either.
espionage.
It was very important to us from early on that we didn't want to synthesize Bond. We didn't want to go in and cherry pick qualities from different aspects.
Oh,
of stories
sucks.
Or whatever. We wanted to make something that was fully original. So
Actually, I'm gonna go
he's someone who doesn't yet know all the things.
teleport, get a dragon axe.
He has all the core
Should be able to
so
afford
he's
it.
Irreverent. He's inherently charming. He's funny, but he's not yet cold. He's not callous. He's a more energetic. He has that impatience of youth built into him.
Somewhere in between a naive, not yet worn down.
Also,
principled
take
young
some
man
of this so I
and
can
then
buy my
journey onto this hard-hitting
book
core
again.
that we might recognize. That space there was really inspiring to us.
He is very true to his North Star and his values. And the story is very much about when you meet the harsh, political, dangerous world out there, how does a young man fare while still retaining his values?
Not only will we get to experience the character changes and the lessons he needs to learn, but also how he gets his famed gear.
The world is a big part of how you solve the problems as you get to them, using the environment and weapons and charm, and obviously gadgets is a huge part of that. We have a lot of the gadgets you'd expect and then quite a few you wouldn't.
Interesting.
So our long-time fans from our Hitman franchise can expect to recognize some of these core elements from our interactive in our James Bond game.
A really core aspect of this game is what we call creative approach. And it has to do with standing outside a lavish location. We're going to give you an objective in here. You absolutely need to be able to do that in a bunch of different ways. But I think the biggest difference is that you need a lot of patience to play Hitman. You need to be sitting there seeing the patrol. He goes over there and he likes wine and you overhear that thing. But Bond, he can also just walk through the front door. I'm actually just going to go and talk to them. I'm just going to go punch him right now. If you're a James Bond that wants to crouch along, you know, the covers and be careful and all that stuff, that's your Bond and that's fine. But we've crafted a game that has a lot more forward momentum.
Spycraft is part of our DNA. However, in terms of Bond, there are two key differences.
The agent we were working with before, he is an empty shell, right? He's a chameleon, whereas James Bond is very much a personality.
A big part of the fun of playing the game is to see what he'll say, because he always has something great to say that you wouldn't have thought of. His quick wit and talking your way into and out of trouble is a big part of the core loop as well.
If Hitman is a single-minded killer,
This one looks kind of cool, not gonna lie.
and that means that we are much more focused on his journey as a character, and we are much more focused on
But this thing is super cheap.
I think it's safe to say that we're dialing the action to 12 on this one. We wanted a physical Bond. We wanted fighting to be visceral and brutal and violent and super fun and exciting. So we've spent a great amount of energy on making a system of free-flow combat where you're fighting multiple opponents at once. You can grab them and punch them and throw them into each other, use the environment.
We really did strides and upping the dynamism, the kinetic feel of the combat, be that the melee combat and shooting and the seamless in and out between that. It's very, very exciting. We as a studio and as a team have evolved a lot to do top class action, spectacle moments and spectacle situations, all interactive. The situations you get into are absolutely wild. It's because that's the 360 experience that our fans deserve and expect from a Bond experience. And we've
Kind of curious to see how this one turns out.
On this higher level of spectacle and fidelity to the game.
This production has pushed our internal tech beyond, like miles ahead of what we were able to do before.
Depicting these beautiful different cities and locations, exotic types of vehicles, not just normal vehicles. So take everything we know, but also evolving with technology to deliver an experience that is more advanced than we've ever done before.
This has to be a larger-than-life action adventure story, and that's what we've delivered. But it's always with character at its center. There's never action for action's sake. It's because it leads to the next thing. It's because he needs and has to do this in order to succeed.
Having worked on Hitman on and off for 20 years, this is the combination of all that.
Never played Hitman, but
all that practice.
I think I've heard good things, right?
Finally seeing
I don't think it's a bad game.
Spy fantasy come to life.
Put this back. I thought it was way later than what it actually is. This chops way faster.
Our city.
This might help me out with this.
We endured. Until now. Until you, time traveler. Only you can shatter our chains. Guide our armies. Defend our kingdom. Propel the evil hordes. Rebuild what the enemy shattered. And restore the might of our city. The lands of Bastion still whisper secrets. Relics of power waiting to be claimed. Together, you are legions. Not even the hordes of the Unraveler shall halt your advance. Your strength will never cease to grow. Once banished, you will break us free.
Ever Siege. Not sure what I could compare that to.
If it feels like something's been implanted at the base of your skull, that's because there has. It's
Oh.
in your best interest to listen to me. Good work. Head back to the van. Head back to the van.
As you can see, we are running a fine-tuned engine of gaming goodness. Oh, speaking of, Sean, what's going on with the rig?
Let's find out. Frankie, Jacob, status report?
We're doing great down here. Jacob is about to fill us in on what we're installing next.
I'm just wiring up everything with our Gigabyte Aorus X870E motherboard. It's got a suite of features for reliable overclocking and memory performance, and its built-in thermal armor and heat sinks will keep
Another
our
ad.
Ryzen 3D rig running great without running hot. And of course, our GPU, a Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT with RDNA 4 architecture, and 3rd gen AMD ray tracing tech for competitive 4K performance.
Awesome. And for those of you who want to speed up your own PC build, I've got a technique I always use. A montage.
A what?
A montage.
Oh, a montage. Right. Great idea, Frankie.
Freeze frame high five?
Freeze frame what?
Not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the rig booting, but oh, perfect. In the meantime, here's some new tech for you, or should I say, some new Terra tech.
There's a lot going on in this game. What is this? It's like a different kind of Sims. What the fuck? Hi, Trepgo. Trying to make an entrance of the door. Kind of winding down. When this video is done, I'm getting off. Gotta do some work before I go to sleep. How have you been, Tripko? Hope everything's going good. I hate this minigame so much. Ugh. Been alright, busy as fuck. Same. I just came back from traveling to Florida. I at least went for like for work, but we ended up going on a work cruise, if that makes sense. So at least there was that. We did some basically meetings all day, every day for a week, and then we had that on the weekend. And then this week has just been like catching up with everything, being back home. I think AI is catching up to my job finally, so kind of going through some phases right now, so it's a little chaotic.
When you see them, just let them know that they can add any of today's exciting games to their wish list. Follow the link below to see all the goodies in today's show. And in the meantime, let's see what our friends over at Rogue Snail have been cooking up.
South Swimming Miami. Would have been for my old job.
Perdoe essa pobre coitada. Que de joelhos rezonga.
That's funny.
Pedindo pra chuva cair sem parar.
Forgot that was a thing.
Para quem tem olhos de ver, não é lugar para vocês. Uma pessoa pode lavrar um chão que nem mesmo cactos consegue brotar. Todos precisam saber sobre o que de fato aconteceu em Canudos. Eles moveram mundos para acabar com o nosso lado. Perdemos, mas resistimos, como Mandacaru, no meio da grande seca.
I always get confused between Italian or Portuguese. I cannot tell. Oh, I didn't mean to pick all these.
First, aggravated vandalism.
What the fuck is this? I hate it.
And worst of all, you've tried to flee.
I don't like that. Running away from giant cops. Sure, depending. I was gonna say depending where you go, it's changed, but it's probably changed completely.
That's always lost. Has to be gold.
Glad I'm still able to visit my family and stuff. feel like I go pretty often. Often enough.
Chef, opening your own restaurant may feel like a fairy tale, but it's trickier than it looks. Customers curse you. The hordes line up at the door. Elder gods are summoned. All of this can really burn your biscuits, but you will be forged in the fires of the kitchen.
I've only been to Tallahassee once. Tallahassee feels totally different than like South Florida area. It's got different vibes.
Hey, let's check in on how things are progressing with the rig. And make sure there aren't any saboteurs in the mix. Hey, Mika, how are the kids looking down there?
11 when you went? Yeah, no, it's probably a whole different world too.
They're hooking up a... Oh my god, they're hooking up the PC to a printer.
No, printer, it's too dangerous. I told them the rig is way too valuable to be anywhere near a printer.
I know.
We have to stop them.
No. It's too late because they're downloading a driver.
Oh, wait. God, why?
There's so many people, I think, all around Florida now too.
Like he's laughing. Oh no, he's sobbing.
I feel like everything is a little bit packed.
Yeah.
Why, you maniacs, why? Damn you, printers. Haven't you taken enough from us?
Well, while our team does some troubleshooting, let's take back the post-apocalypse from hordes of mutants in co-op roguelite Gun Touchables.
If you're watching this tape, it means
Gun Touchables. I don't know about this one. I feel like
Welcome to Gun Touchables. It's not a game, it's a state of mind. It's about having
the Xbox One had some pretty cool games in it, I think.
Gun Touchables. Collect crates in the wasteland to help you kick more ass. But your enemies are getting upgraded too. And that's where things
From here to Florida. Where are you at right now?
to blow stuff up. And smack stuff with a shovel. And shred stuff with a bone saw. And snipe stuff. Survival is about sticking together. It's about getting badass guns and even more badasser upgrades. It's about killing whatever this thing is. Because here in the apocalypse, you're up against a million maniacal mutants that want nothing more than to pound you into hamburger meat. There's only one way to survive, and that's to become Gun Touchable. Coming to early access on June 17th.
Oh, I have not been paying attention. I'm not gonna make it. West Texas. How many hours would that? Quite a bit. Like 2 days of driving, kinda. Depends on how long you drive. God, I barely made it. Yeah. Texas, driving through it would be a long drive.
Coming up in the show.
Then you're like right on top of Florida. Or Tallahassee's right at top, so. I think Kansas was like the worst state to drive through when I was moving. Just so long. Felt like I was there forever.
is the Superhero Dispatch Network. I hope you're ready for your first shift.
Wait, we're doing this? Hey team, this is your dispatcher.
Someone's robbing the museum. Watch and learn. So
What is this?
we're taking bets on when you'll quit.
Friday?
Today's Friday.
I know.
I didn't like driving through the states that had absolutely nothing to look at. Like parts of Kentucky. Dude, why does it spam this so much? Please.
Wheel World is the rare kind of game that leaves you asking the important questions, like
I felt like Kansas is just a huge. You have to drive all the way across it.
Until then, let's turn our
Took
attention to the
absolutely forever.
Firebreak, the next game from Remedy. And if my tracker is working properly,
We'd have the occasional like
looks like Frankie met up with
fracking machine to look at. So bad there was like nothing there.
It's been 6 years now since we've been locked in with the hiss. I don't care about your day job if you can hold a gun and use a tool. Firebreak needs you.
What is this?
I'll be frank with you, this ain't an easy shift, but at least you won't be alone. Your fellow firebreakers will have your back. Fighting together, fixing together, and hell, even showering together.
This looks kind of fun.
If you can stand your ground and stick together, it'll be more than enough to survive.
Corrupted item loose on site. On my way.
So, that's the job. Sounds simple enough. Good. I've got a liability waiver here with your name on it.
That trailer was absolutely epic. Delivered on all fronts, but it
Yeah, it did look kind of fun.
student days. It might have been the poster notes, the traffic lights, and the slight feeling of regret in the shower. What have we signed up to? Mike Kayata, you're the game director of FBC Firebreak from Remedy Games. Thank you so much for joining us. What
Absolutely.
have we signed up to here?
Yeah, lots. So that was our big launch trailer. We're coming out in just over a week now, so we're really excited to share a lot more of the game, stuff that we haven't shown, a little bit of all of the 5 jobs in the game, which are kind of different crises that you have to deal with. But yeah, so we're getting close now.
I remember when Control came out in 2019, and we're revisiting that world in FBC. Why was now the right time to revisit?
Yeah, so right now it was just a great time for us to kind of go back to the oldest house. We never wanted it to kind of feel like we were retreading on Control, and that was like definitely something we thought about a lot. And one of the reasons why we shifted into a first-person perspective, so you could kind of go back into the oldest house and see it from fresh eyes in a different way.
I mean, you did have a lot of fun in Control. And also, we're in first person this time, so...
Yeah, so of course very different, and I think as anyone can tell from that trailer, we're extremely like tonally to the side of Control, and this was a really big challenge for us because of course Control was very moody and atmospheric and very like horror tinged, but of course it did always have that little edge of absurdity. And speaking to that, this is
Interesting that they did this, something completely different.
because Control was very carefully built for a single player experience. Since we are sort of a kind of joke around with your mates and just kind of have fun thing, we didn't want to totally like betray that franchise, but we did want to take those kind of recipe components and just flip them around. So we keep that kind of edge of like horror and tension and stakes, and we just add a lot of the absurdity at a higher value. So for example, like you saw Sticky Ricky, our gigantic monster made out of sticky notes. In one of our trailers, somebody I think actually shouts like "Sticky Ricky!" Which was to us very, very funny, but
This looks fun.
completely terrifying.
And Sticky Ricky is joining us today. He's just getting himself together and making...
I was gonna say, is that why the background's filled with post-its?
I don't necessarily have 3 straight-up fraggers on my team. Are there roles that we can adopt in this game?
Yeah, absolutely. So the game is kind of built around a trifecta of kind of saved loadouts that are centered around tools. We call these crisis kits, and each one was developed with a different play style in mind. So we have one that kind of shoots these gigantic like liquid globules you saw in the trailer, and this is for the person we always just imagine almost like Scarface, like I don't really care, I just kind of want to paint the world with something. And then we have another one which is a tool that kind of looks like a pogo stick mixed with a defibrillator, and you might be surprised, but we always have this as like a precision and tactical instrument just because you can kind of relocate yourself and move around easily. And then we have the last really complex tool, which is literally just a wrench. It's just a wrench. It's a gigantic piece of steel. So we made a lot of active decisions.
God, I really hate this minigame.
So that's at the cost of some direct storytelling, but we haven't...
Should not reset you so fucking often.
...narrative and what it feels like to be inside of the oldest house.
We do associate Remedy with these big narrative games, so much imagination, atmosphere, obviously Alan Wake, obviously Control.
Sure.
So this feels like a new departure for you guys moving into this space. So why?
Yeah. And to be clear, it's fundamentally different. You shouldn't go into this game whatsoever expecting those type of experiences, which, by the way, I personally adore. I started Remedy as a massive fan of Remedy, so this isn't a pushback on that type of experience. But the thing is that we, as soon as we started making more than one game at the same time, we just wanted to say, hey, is there a way to kind of like open the doors? If you are a huge Control head and you know all the lore and you really love it, and you can't convince your friends to try this game out, we wanted to give that kind of step in. So even though it's not really what Remedy is today, I do hope that a little over a week from now, it will be part of what Remedy is in the future.
So, Mike, as an online cooperative shooter, what does this game look like in, say, a year's time?
Yeah, that's a great question, especially because, the online space, I think a lot of people treat it very differently. One of the big things that we're about is avoiding kind of like FOMO, like engagement. You don't need to check in every day. We're not going to kind of add a timed battle pass. So if you come in on day one and you come back to us a year from now, all you're going to see is all the great stuff that we add. And speaking of that, already in this year, we're going to add 2 more jobs. That adds to the other 5 game modes that we ship with, already growing it by about 40% by the end of the year. We've got additional endgame systems and lots of plans.
I'm just pitching it's a stapler, like opened out and it just...
Okay, I have news for you. There is a stapler in the game.
I'm a genius.
So in the game, actually in that trailer, you probably saw that big traffic light. That's
Actually wouldn't have been a bad idea.
You may have seen in Control. It's now corrupted by the hiss and
But you too assist.
settings. It can show up and kind of hit you with a big red light. You're not allowed to move until it gives you a green light. There's another one, which is a stapler, which if you are a super Control nerd, you might remember from some of the posters in the oldest house. Is that a stapler an altered item? And then you see a nice little clip art of a stapler. Well, that stapler actually shows up, and it kind of behaves like a fly. It sort of like buzzes around your face and gives all the enemies a lot of additional health. So yeah, there you go.
Where can we sign up?
Yeah, lots of ways to play this game. Of course, we're on all the major consoles, on Epic Game Store, or you can head over to Steam where you can wishlist the game today. It comes out June 17th. Grab your friends, and we hope to see you there.
Well, go on then. Go clean the oldest house. Sign up today. Thank you so much, Mike, and good luck.
Thank you.
The FBC. Lovely bunch over there for as long as they last.
Hey, didn't we cook up a few trinkets for FBC personnel at some point?
I mean, we offered, but spy gadgets just don't hit the same way when you spend your whole day working with evil typewriters and turn your bones backwards.
Yeah, you know, that's a fair point. Well, up next, if you've been looking for the perfect excuse to wear a toga, and who hasn't, here's a look at Ubisoft's
I have not.
in the long-running strategy city builder, Anno 117, Pax Romana.
If you want to be immortalized in ornateness, here's a little lesson in greatness. If governing is your vocation, it's all about location, location, location.
What is happening? This ad's kind of cool for it. Or trailer or whatever it is. Oh, Nick's told me about this game, that game before.
Yeah, no, I'm Nate, and I was gonna.
I thought I told you there's nothing up there.
Like, what's up there though?
Nothing.
There's a tower.
Yeah, that's it.
What? When you get to the top of the tower, what's there?
It's like a top of a tower.
There we go.
This is strange. Is it like only up? Just climbing up a tower?
Probably nothing up there. Yep.
Oh my god. Why did it stop me again? I didn't make it. God, this minigame sucks.
I'm sure you're eager to see more of the rig, and I'm eager to show it. So let's check back in with the build and see where things are at.
Oh, Cat, we have had a slight hiccup. Looks like Jacob forgot the number
Chainsaw.
of the PC build.
An offering before you start, or computer spirits drink your heart. He forgot the sacrifice.
You have to do the sacrifice.
You've got to do the sacrifice.
Can we scold me later?
All right, I should cut him loose while he's still got blood. Sit still, Jacob. I don't want to hit any important bones.
I am loving how normal things are today. And a quick reminder, you can find every single game from today's show in one place at the PC Gamer Steam page over at pcgamer.com/wishlist. My own wishlist is currently buckling under the strain of so many amazing games.
And you know what? Speaking of amazing games, here's our next world premiere. A brand new game published by Punkle, the creator of Vampire Survivors. Get ready to go berserk.
Totally missed the beginning of this match, but I think I could still make it if I pay attention.
Welcome, everyone.
Happy to be here.
Greetings, local life forms.
Delighted to meet you.
Open your mind.
This could be a party.
We simply can't pass it up.
Off we go, buckaroo!
Lippo Plus, for when you want something a little different.
Coming your way.
Hold on.
What's on your mind?
Aliens.
The anomaly.
The bend.
We could theoretically send TV through it.
We already are.
The Bend is a planet-wide hallucination and a hoax.
Everybody seems so anxious to say something that they don't get their facts straight first.
Consider the Bend as a source of signal intrusions and dangerous interference.
The Bend is the future. It's our future.
Couldn't catch me zooming into any bend in space.
Let us eagerly embrace the abyss.
Another
dimension television.
Only on Blippo Plus.
All those games have looked great, and wouldn't you know it, we've got even more to show you. Check this out.
God.
Hey, I'm Felix Schade. I started Morbid Metal a few years ago as a solo dev, and what began as a small passion project has evolved into something far more ambitious. It hit Steam Early Access this summer, and I can't wait to show you more. Morbid Metal is a fast-paced, roguelite hack and slash that is built for intense combo-driven combat. You play as an advanced AI, trapped inside a deadly simulation. Your mission? Explore its beautiful and brutal iterations, grow stronger, and prove your worth to your creator. You'll control up to 3 characters. It's a
This looks pretty cool.
Weapons in a shooter, except here, you're switching full-on playstyles. Each character has their own unique combat style and active abilities, which are unlocked as you explore the simulation. You can even chain attacks between different characters. Start with Vector to quickly dispatch enemies, switch to Flux for a flurry of hits, and finish your combo with Echo's special attack. Mastering each playstyle will be essential, as you'll face a variety of powerful enemies, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. And at the end of every biome, you'll face powerful bosses. These are dramatic, high-stakes encounters designed to be tough but rewarding. Each new run reshapes the world. Layouts shift, enemy types change, and you'll have to adapt and make strategic choices to succeed. Choose character upgrades, buffs, or curses that change how you play. Some of these choices push you to take risks, others offer abilities, rewards, and modifiers, which alter your combat style, making each run truly unique.
Just like Risk of Rain,
Play the
kind
full
of.
demo tomorrow during Steam Next Fest and wishlist now for early access on August 20th.
This game looks weird. Jesus Christ, how many times? Oh my god.
Peggy 3.
Bus driver simulator. Hell yeah.
Good morning, Emberville. Today is the first day of our very own public bus service. The bus services will start in the tracks and ash tree, but will expand to more neighborhoods as passenger approvals roll in. The City Council says this will be the test to see if more public infrastructure is worth improving. So get out there, ride the bus, and let your voices be heard.
Hey Sean, should we see what's going on the factory floor? Make sure there's no production line issues holding up the
Jeez, are none of my sound alerts working?
The perfect spy gadget for just that.
I didn't hear that at all.
big window right behind us. We could just look through that.
Oh, look through a window? What is this, the Stone Age?
You know, I'm pretty sure they didn't have windows in the Stone Age show.
You would have woken me the fuck up. You did?
Stone Age technology when the
Oh shit. Maybe it's something on my end.
and hacking into any camera system on the planet instantly.
Okay, that's actually
I should still be able to hear it though, especially if you heard it.
Glad you
It's
like
weird.
it because I took the liberty of making a Mika model a gift from me to you. Here, tap on the icon and you'll instantly hack into the warehouse cameras.
Okay, Sean, this is a little bit much. Wait, I have to make an account to use this?
Well, it's a free trial for 7 days, but then it's only $9.99 a month after that. And look, two-factor authentication.
They showed so many things and like I don't really remember much of what they showed. It's like not really
Vision as a service.
nothing crazy, I don't think. For the most part. Am I addicted to what, RuneScape? No. Haven't played anything in like 2 weeks, I think. Definitely not. I've been playing Expedition 33. Next time I stream, I'll be playing that. I think it's kind of hard for me to be hard stuck on something nowadays. I don't have time anymore. This is just easy to play when I'm tired and or I don't really know what to do. It's kind of brainless. I just think my clan's skill of the week is fire making. This is like the easiest thing I think to do. It's just so annoying and grindy. So this is like a game I usually play, like if I want to take a break or like usually play it offline, but I haven't streamed in a while, so. I was gonna say this looks kind of cute, and then someone's murdered there. Lovely. The portrait art style is really nice. I wish they were talking though.
You know, it's about time someone made a cozy life sim filled with supernatural horrors, just like my everyday to day life. And of course, from
What?
Bloodlines games.
You know, I often felt that the only thing missing from Stardew Valley was the ever-present danger of murder. So this should hopefully scratch an itch.
And Great Seasons isn't the only world premiere horror game we've got for you. Feast your eyes on this, if you dare.
On this most auspicious of nights, I would like to raise a toast. New friends, I bid you welcome to the club.
We've got to get out of here.
This will help.
I'll keep an eye out for anything dangerous.
I'll check for anything on the floor.
A terrible curse has drawn you together, but fear.
Yeah, I actually don't know how people play this game like all day, every day either. That'd be too much for me.
Keep your cards close to your chest.
I do give it like breaks.
Decide who you can trust.
Is somebody there?
Before the rest of my guests arrive.
I really wanted to. Yeah, I can get like not being like into or interested in it. I just played as a kid.
Just add the mod to your library, click download and install it.
Then I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to replay it. I never got far in it at all.
Which, by restoring cut content, fixing long-standing bugs, to introducing entirely new quests, characters, and
Like I never got any skill to 99 or anything like that, so time to do it while I'm 30, I guess.
later this year.
Another Elder Scrolls thing. That was a separate game, wasn't it? I went too far back. Oh, I don't know where it is now. Yikes. I don't know where it is anymore. I'll just look for it. I'll look it up later. This minigame is so... This is probably like the worst one I've done so far. Thank God I decided to play videos while doing this today. At least there's something on my screen. Comfy. It's cozy for a night stream with RuneScape all the time.
We're Play Fusion, a studio done playing by AAA rules who still believe games belong to players.
I don't think this one had much.
Capture the flag reimagining where strategy collides with chaos.
If you didn't watch the other ones, Nick, I think the Xbox one just had the better games. Chopped. I'm tired of seeing this. This is the worst minigame. I feel like there has to be one worse than this, but this is pretty bad. He died. 3, not a billion. I believe it was a billion. That's believable. I died once in here. Because I was distracted with the videos. It was, Awakening, I guess. I didn't think I was gonna die from this, but I did. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Is this like a Meat Canyon game? What's happening?
Coming to Steam February 10th, 2026.
Magnificent games and a
What the fuck was that game?
you could win. Once again, head over to pcgamer.com/survey for a chance to claim the rig.
Did you guys play Hell Let Loose, or you just stayed like playing your own thing?
Super ominous voice.
Yeah, kind of like we tore the very fabric of our plane of existence and brought through this terrifying unknown being drawn in by the awesome processing power of the rig.
Oh, thank God it's not just me.
No, it's not, and you know what?
Yeah, I don't understand. This thing is like really bad. Some rounds is really bad.
Yeah, I feel it in my teeth.
God, same. But okay, listen. The show's almost done, so let's finish strong and agree to stop messing with whatever is saying the rig.
Great idea. Let's close out the show the same way we began, with a trio of exclusive world premieres.
Is there better games at the end here? I don't know. We'll keep trying it out. Oh, I'll re-download it. I'll give it another try.
Paul Mason, former surgeon at Westwood Hospital.
I don't know how, but I think we've done this already. Oh, what is the way out of here?
Headshot a billion times. You keep playing. Oh no, are you gonna have a crash out? Don't worry, I'll play and it'll be the same for me. Sure. I'll find some stupid way to die. It'll make you feel better. Great, there you go. I'll fill in some of the deaths for you. So what? You get night vision and you can still barely see at night? I'm assuming. Oh man, the cat. Cat was in here with me wanting to escape him. Used all your blood bags. How much was that? It's horrible for you at least? No, I'm sure it's pretty bad. You think there's a better version? If it's that bad, there better be.
The gadgets, the non-lethal electrocutions, the thermal paste.
Oh my god, the thermal paste. And speaking
The thermal paste thing was weird as hell. I don't know why they gave you guys that to do.
inside this keyboard is a hidden compartment for
Like she was like, tee-hee, I'm gonna eat thermal paste. I don't know why it was a bit. Was so confused by it.
crack it open.
God. Okay.
Yeah, this is just a normal keyboard. It's Jim's from accounting.
Poor guy can't catch a win, and this soon after the divorce.
Oh shit.
79 months. Disgusting.
Frankie and Jacob for building the rig.
Thank you.
Thanks, of course, to all of you for tuning in.
We'll have to work super hard to top this when
Can't buy more yet. That's right. You have to keep saving shit and buying it. I totally forgot it was like that.
See you in December, everyone.
If it's that bad again, you should just play Dark and Darker. It's like the same thing, but they probably have more updates as well.
It's time. Tell me when.
Hello, everyone, to the PC
They're both hard. Might as well play Tarkov. I refuse to, I think. I don't think I can play that one. They have a bunch of like hackers and shit.
Just what I like to hear.
Holy shit.
Hi, Mum. I'm currently on set at the moment, building a PC.
It's alive!
You went like this.
Yeah!
It's alive. Shots for everyone. Mum, I'm currently on set building a PC.
There it is. Oh, did you hear that?
Jesus, Joe. I'm a monument.
So you play PvE.
Mum, I'm filming right now.
But isn't that like defeat the purpose of playing that game then? Alright, I'm so over this. I watched this entire thing and I don't remember a single game that came out of this fucking video. It's 2 hours long. They were so unmemorable. Like, they were all, like, not, like, exciting at all. Guys, hard enough to fuck for help. You talking about in Tarkov? How much is Tarkov? You already bought freaking Gray Zone Warfare was like $30, $40 when we bought it, I think. Oh no, Gray Zone, okay. Can you just like play PvE, save up stuff, and then play PvE? You know? Yep. Oh, okay then. Do a little bit of both. Gamble a little bit after you stock up some stuff in PvE. Alright, I'm doing this shit one more time. Then I'm out of here. This minigame sucks. Ugh. My first batch of rewards, I got the chest piece, I guess. At least. Ron keeps dying and losing his stuff. Oh, man. How did he die? I remember dying to multiple NPCs. I don't think it was just like one. It was always when I got surrounded. I don't think I got headshotted like that as much as you guys are saying though. But yeah, I'll jinx it. I'll download it tonight. Are you guys going to be around tomorrow? Or I don't know when you guys plan on playing it again. You guys might play Hilarious. I have to see how my meetings go in the morning. But I just have like one project that I'm focusing on, so I shouldn't be like burnt the fuck out. Still gotta cook dinner around 3 my time, which is just like 5 your time. But I could come back earlier. Like today I got back like around 6-ish, right? 6-ish my time. I was waiting for Danny to finish, like, she's been applying for jobs. And then we went to take Mochi a walk. That took like a whole, like, almost 2 hours. Then I showered when we walked Mochi and then I got on. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Come on. Oh my god. You know, it stops the fletching too. So annoying. Pain in the ass. You know what to charge them? What's it for? What do you... What's the specifics? Go too high and they bail? I don't know. I kind of struggle with that too a little bit. I undercharge people, I think, still. Like the dude that I do freelance for, he's like, I'll pay you more. Probably should redo my invoice for him. Somewhere on this website. Yeah, but like, I don't know how you would charge differently, like, depending on what you need to do. Or it doesn't fucking matter. You could still charge a lot. Like, Wait till this is over and collect the rewards. What you can do, maybe try giving him like a package deal. Like you can maybe describe 2 different packages so he can choose from. One that might, one that's a little bit more expensive and one that isn't. So he has options, and then describe, I don't know, each of the levels maybe, and that might be an easier way to, better way to be like, I don't know. You want super, super, super high quality? I got you. The fuck is a burnt page? What is that for? Is it like the water pages? I'm assuming so, right? Sembros. A random crap. Oh, what's that? What's that dynamite for? Site or nothing else. I don't know how you would charge. I just, because I don't do that, so I'm not sure how much you would charge for it. Okay. I would say I'm going to sleep, but I'm technically not. I'm gonna stop stream and I'm gonna work on stuff before I go to sleep. I made my own Discord bot, so if you actually might see me typing it there, I should probably let everybody know to visit that channel. I don't think I have to use that channel specifically though, so it's fine. Yeah, so I'm trying to learn how to make like AI agents stuff, so I've been like using ChatGPT. Just told me to start that route, so I made a Discord bot as a base, and it just does like it uses GPT's OpenAI API to like generate a, like when I type the command, it generates like a YouTube title or some crap, or like a caption or something like that. So that's what it taught me how to do, because it's like, let's start simple. I'm like, yes, please, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm using VS Code or some shit, right? And it would give me like the Python code or whatever. It's telling me to use Python, which is kind of like, by it just teaching that you're like, it just like copying and pasting it. I'm still kind of learning because it made errors, and I was like, why the fuck is it giving me this error? And it'll explain it to me why, and then it'll tell me I have to change like this line of code kind of thing. And then it'll send me the full code changed, but it will tell me where specific errors coming from and why. Claude. I heard it's better. Yeah, I haven't tried it though, but so far it worked there for that. I haven't tried Claude, but I've heard from work that it's better. Totally forgot about it. I have to pay for it though. sucks. I don't want to pick something else. It's a thing. Cursor's not only for Mac, right? I had to download Cursor on the Mac to try to use MCP for Rive. But I'm doing it for work. I'm fucking waiting to give me access to it. I believe we use it for work as well, so I'm just trying to get into it. But since I'm not like coder, it's kind of overwhelming. I don't understand how things work. So I was trying to make it a project so I could understand it better, so it's not as overwhelming. It is overwhelming to look at the moment and to like think about, but if I make my own things, I'll get used to it. Or it'll be better like when someone comes along and makes an AI agent to make our fucking systems better at work. I won't be as like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I might work on it a bit now. It's 11 o'clock right now. I might just do like an hour till 12. It's a plan. Oh, I did it. Sure, I can do that. Yeah. JVC. I did the other day. I was there for hours because I made so many mistakes. Getting the initial thing. And GPT gave me like older version of code for like the script for OpenAI or something. And I'm like, why the fuck did you give me the old one? If you guys had it updated. So stupid. Oh, the error's happening because it's old code. Then why the fuck did you give it to me? But whatever, it kind of like helped me learn in a weird way because it's doing that. Alright, I'm gonna get off. I guess I'll just join VC and I'll screen share. I'll try to see or get that stuff that you mentioned too and mess around with it here. If anybody's still on, have a good night. Thanks for hanging. I will be back on Wednesday and I won't be doing this. I think I'll be doing some Expedition 33. Unless we play some Gray Zone tomorrow and I feel like streaming. But I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Good night, Trepco. See you later. If it works, true. It just might not. My new PC is probably gonna explode. Good night.